surrounding Caitlin Clark, and it's never Caitlin Clark. Like, Caitlin Clark never says a damn thing. People will be debating about Caitlin Clark, and she doesn't say nothing. Poor Cece's just out here, man. She's just hooping. She's just trying to be out here hooping. And people making controversies, man. I'll tell you what else is going on in the basketball world, too. How about the fact that this, we're going to talk UCLA hoops? We haven't talked UCLA hoops at all. They got a big-time recruit. And shoot, man, did y'all hear about this Spurs play-by-play guy? Golly, it's all over the internet right now. It's hot on Twitter. Spurs play-by-play guy fired for cheating. Can't say it ain't so, bro.
Oh, I'm sounding like Weezer right now. It is very much so.
Oh man, say it ain't so.
You know, this is why you can't, ish where you eat.
You know what I mean? You know,
you can't cheat where you eat.
You can't cheat where you eat, bro. Okay. Listen, if there's gonna be cheating where you eat, okay, let it be like a cheat meal. Let it be that. Not good. Not good at all. But again, let's start the show off here by talking about LeBron. And it's oh my gosh, man. Ken, did you see this new report from Shams about how teams have to talk to Rich Paul and send him a GD voice note? So that he's going to forward on to LeBron. That's crazy, bro.
At this point, it's becoming Love Island.
Oh, my God.
Who's next to enter the LeBron villa?
Yeah, let me pull you for a chat. What's going on over here, dude?
WYD.
First of all, let me just say this, man. I think that LeBron needs to have a talk with Rich Paul. And I don't know how online LeBron is. I really don't. It's possible. I mean, look, dude, he's my age, man. Like, I don't know. Like, is he online a lot? I don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe he is. Maybe he's not. I don't know. Maybe he's out there just golfing, living his best life. I don't know, man. But he needs to talk to his boy, Rich Paul. Rich Paul is coming off very debaggery, you know? And that reflects extremely poorly on LeBron. And now, here's the thing. If LeBron, he doesn't care, then he doesn't care. I get it. But if he cares, he needs to talk to his guy, Rich Paul, and be like, yo, you need to chill. You need to chill with this stuff. Like, why would GMs and basketball, high-level basketball executives have to send you a damn voice note? That makes absolutely no sense at all. They got to send you a damn voice note to talk to LeBron? Well, I mean, we might as well send carrier pigeons, bro. You might as well write a little note, tie it up to a pigeon, and send that bad boy over to Rich Paul. You know what? Mike Tyson will help you figure that out. What are we doing? You got to send a voice note? I'm a grown man. I don't need a voice note. I am a grown man. As a matter of fact, can I just say this? Can I just say this to the people listening? I don't know how to send a voice note, dog. I don't know how to. I'm a grown adult. I'll text you. I will call you. That's the other thing about phone calls with Gen Z. They freak out when people call them. Gen Z feels like if you call them, somebody died. That's how they feel. You call somebody oh my God, what happened? Nothing, dude. I'm just calling to say what's up, man. I can't do that now. You can't do that though. It's crazy. I'm going off on a tangent here, but the funniest thing about Gen Z, or just younger people in general, you have to text them to tell them you're going to call them. Bro, that's why are we doing this? We've added an extra step. We've added an extra step. I also saw online that Gen Z wants to get rid of the thumbs up emoji, or that the thumbs up emoji is bad now. The thumbs up emoji is bad? Okay.
Cool story, bro.
Cool story, bro.
That's what that means.
Is it? I mean, is it though? I mean, look, I'm a boomer, bro. I mean, I feel like a boomer son. I'm just saying, like, I got a little white hair coming through on the sides over here, okay? Like, can I just throw a thumbs up? I don't want to have to reply. Is the thumbs up? Okay, and one of my younger, you guys need to call in, okay? 855-97-LA-FAN. I really need to know this. Like, is a thumbs up worse than no reply at all? Is that how this works? Because I was raised that you need to reply. And like, that's the polite thing to do, is to reply to somebody says something. You don't just walk out the door. You got to reply. Like, that seems like the polite thing to do. I don't know. But the bottom line is, why is Rich Paul asking NBA executives to send a damn voice note, bro? That's insane. That is insane behavior. And again, this reflects incredibly poorly on LeBron James. If LeBron doesn't want it to reflect this poorly on him, he needs to have a chat with his guy. Okay, now the other possibility, and this is what everyone is going with, by the way. See, I judge somebody on that person's actions, right? And listen, this is the show. We throw that X-Files music on. Okay, we love conspiracy theories. We love it. We love it all. This is a show of conspiracy theories. We love the conspiracy theories. Okay? That being said, I'm not going to be the first. I'm not going to just jump on and say, LeBron told Rich Paul to say that. LeBron told Rich Paul to send them voice notes. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true. I want to believe that that's not true. The Shams report says Rich Paul told NBA executives that they got to send a voice note that he's going to then forward on to LeBron. First of all, I mean, these dudes are in their 50s, 60s. I mean, like, can you at least send an email? Like, can we send like a well-crafted email or something? It got to be a voice. Dog, I'm just thinking about like some white-haired exec trying to figure out how to send a damn voice note. Because I'll tell you right now, I don't know how to do it. I don't. If somebody's like, hey, yo, send me a voice note, I'd be like, dog, I have no clue. I'm just going to text you like an adult. Like a grown man. I'm 40. I'm about to go on a whole diatribe. I'm just saying, hey, yo, I don't know how to send a voice note. Maybe that makes me a boomer. I don't know. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. I'll tell you right now, I've never sent one of my homies a voice note. And my homies have never sent me a voice note. Never in my life. I am assuming they don't know how to send a voice note. Why is Rich Paul asking high-level executives to send him a damn voice note? This is crazy behavior. Insane behavior. It's just so stupid. This is so stupid. Oh, my God. It's insane. And like I said, hey, listen, if it's LeBron asking for that, then for sure. Again, look, the way that this conversation is going right now is that everyone thinks that it's LeBron. LeBron has directed Rich Paul to send a dang voice note to whatever, right? But again, I don't want to go down that road, right? The report is that Rich Paul asked for these voice notes. So I will just go with that. I think it's fair if you assume LeBron is asking Rich Paul. But then again, I don't know, man. Like, I've been watching a lot of Rich Paul recently for whatever reason, that stupid whiteboard and all that. Like, I'm starting to think it's just Rich Paul. I'm just starting to think it's Rich Paul. I don't know. Am I crazy? 855-97-LA-FAN. Who do you think it is? Is this a Rich Paul thing? Or is this LeBron? Is this like a top down, like LeBron telling Rich Paul, like, hey, make sure these guys send me a voice note to let me know how much they like me. Just saying that out loud sounds ridiculous. I cannot imagine LeBron James, who himself is an executive, I can't imagine LeBron asking from one executive to another, saying, I want them to send me a voice note. I cannot wrap my mind around that possibility. I can't. It's possible. Hey, and listen, if it's true, yeah, LeBron should get clowned for that because that's just juvenile behavior. But the report is that Rich Paul is asking these executives to do that. So I'll go off of that. And if Rich Paul is doing that, man, yo, what are we doing out here? And like I said, I mean, a lot of people think that LeBron's got this whole like PR arm or whatever, like a whole like, machine, this PR machine. It's all about the PR machine for LeBron. And if this is true, that LeBron's got this crazy PR machine, he's got the worst machine in the whole world. Golly. People hate LeBron. People hate LeBron. That means his PR team sucks. The whole point of your PR team is so that people don't hate you. What do you mean? What do you mean he's got a PR team? I don't know, man. Like I said, there's nothing in there that makes me think, okay, okay, well, yeah, he's got a PR team because that's just what everyone says. Everyone just says he got a PR team. If he's got a PR team, they all need to be fired. Every single one of them. Goodness gracious. People hate LeBron. The whole point of a PR team is so that people don't hate you. As a matter of fact, can this PR machine that people keep referencing, can they get in contact with Rich Paul? And can they tell Rich Paul, yo, chill. Chill with the whiteboard that makes LeBron look like a criminal mastermind. Okay? Chill with the voice notes that some old executives probably don't know how to send. Okay? Like, let's just chill with all that. First of all, can we just be adults? Can we just be adults? We're talking about a multi-million-dollar deal that's trying to get completed here, right? Who the hell completes a multi-million-dollar deal via voice note? When did that become part of the process? That's crazy to me. This is absolutely insane behavior. It's incredibly childish. It's so juvenile. Like, dog, either send an email. Can we get on a Zoom? Bro, I don't know. Can we just just act like normal people for once? One damn time, can we just act like normal people? And normal people get on a damn Zoom and just hash this thing out. That's it. Like, what are we doing out here? What are we doing out here? I mean, I don't get it. I'll tell you what, if you want to be a king holding court or whatever it is, Rich Paul and LeBron, if you want to be a king holding court, okay, cool. Can you meet in the clutch offices and have teams come in one by one or day by day and sell you the pitch? This is what I don't understand. Is it LeBron is not that damn busy. Reserve a conference room at Clutch Sports. Again, like a normal human, just reserve that conference room and just do it like Ari Gold did in Entourage, bro. Like, create that, stupid slideshow and all that. Maybe have some music with it. I don't know. But can we just be normal people here? You got to all of a sudden send a dang voice note. That's going to, by the way, that is going to get forwarded to LeBron. What? What? I mean, talk about multiple steps here. First of all, I don't know how to send a voice note. Second of all, I sure as hell don't know how to forward a voice note. What do you do? Download that thing and then just attach it and then send it? How do you forward a voice note, dog? Kane, am I stupid? I don't know what's going on. How the hell do you is that a thing? Is that a thing? Do you forward people's voice notes?
You're a person who uses phones for phone calls.
Yes, correct. Like a normal person. Like a normal dang person.
What a concept.
Oh yeah, we got to. Well, hey, listen, we really want LeBron in Minnesota. Get the tech team in here. I got to figure out how to send a voice note, and we have to craft that voice note perfectly. What's next, dude? You gonna film a TikTok and then just send them the link? Hey, as a matter of fact, that's what Rich Paul should have done. Just be absolutely stupid with it, like completely stupid and just dumb and just childish and juvenile, and told these executives, hey, y'all need to make a TikTok actually. Y'all need to make a TikTok and send me the TikTok, and then I'll send that TikTok to LeBron. That's what y'all need to do. I mean, if we're going to go, just go all the way. If we're going to be completely out of our minds, if we're going to be completely juvenile and ridiculous with it, let's just go all the way. Just make a dang TikTok. Make an Instagram. As a matter of fact, I know everyone's older, so it's cool. Like, you just make an Instagram reel. I'm an adult. I make reels. Y'all, I got kids. I make reels. Okay? I got a mortgage. I make reels. I got car payments. I make reels. Okay? I don't make TikToks. Brother, I got a 529 plan, okay? If y'all don't know what a 529 is, okay, then you're probably making TikToks. I got a 529, though. I make Instagram reels, okay? But Rich Paul should have been like, okay, you know what? Can y'all make an Instagram reel? Send me that. And then I'll send that to LeBron.
Make sure you use CapCut.
It's got to be on CapCut, man. What's the new, what is it called? Edits? Is that the new app?
Oh, Threads?
No. I'm talking about, what's the CapCut killer? They got for Instagram directly. I think it's called Edits, man.
Oh, Edits? I think you're right, yeah, because
another one.
It's just so many.
Yeah, it's just so many. I don't use Edits, though.
I just learned Snapchat movies.
Oh, whatever. Dude, bro, I am way too old for Snapchat, dog. That's not...
How scary is it that LeBron James expects for these like octogenarian execs
exactly
to attach stuff and send to? He might be getting more than just voice notes, fam.
It's like, whoa, what did you attach here? Whoa, hey.
Who is this? The Phil Mickelson text again to his golfer's buddy's wife? Sheesh. You go see something that you don't want to see.
Oh my gosh. It's like, wait, hold on, dude. Don't attach that one.
How bad do you want to be a 76er, LeBron?
I mean, shoot, man. Yeah, definitely do not follow the Phil Mickelson school of texting people or showing people your phone. That's not advisable. 855-97-LA-FAN. 855-97-LA-FAN. This whole situation is just so absolutely bonkers and ridiculous. It is. And like I said, if this is LeBron, then yeah, he deserves all of the shade that he is getting online currently, because Shams came out with that report, and man, if you look at the replies, bro, like the comment section is on fire. They're absolutely ridiculously on fire. And every single comment is anti-LeBron. Every single comment is anti-LeBron. Every single comment is just, this is ridiculous. Please stop. Every single comment. It's like universally just rejected by the masses. So again, if this is a Rich Paul thing, LeBron needs to corral that in. And by the way, I think it is a Rich Paul thing, because if you've been watching the content that's been coming out over the past few weeks, man, I'll tell you what, dude, the worst thing that could have ever happened to LeBron's PR was Rich Paul being on a podcast. It is truly the worst. And as a matter of fact, the podcast is so cringe, it is so annoying that even Max Kellerman, who I love Max Kellerman. Dude, Max is awesome. Even I'm like, yo, this is damaging. It's so bad, it's damaging Max Kellerman's brand. Golly.
I concur with that. I'm kind of like Max is a little, we kind of think Max is better than this.
He is.
Yeah.
Or at least he was.
And he got like a fade, and he's wearing Cartiers now.
I mean, him pandering to Dana White is one thing, because he like wants to get that job or whatever. But like, why? It's like that's his whole brand now is just pandering to rich people, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, Max, you're rich. Max, you're rich. What do you mean? Your ESPN payout was sick, bro. Oh, my goodness gracious. What do you guys think, man? 855-97-LA-FAN. We got to take a break. We'll be right back. You're listening to the James Coe Show on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice for LA Sports. What is cracking, everybody? James Coe here with you. Beautiful, lovely Thursday evening. How are y'all feeling out there? Los Angeles, give me a call. 855-97-LA-FAN. Got the YouTube popping right now as well. Want to say what's up to Wayne Mulholland, who is in the chats. Appreciate you in there. If y'all want to be part of that show, you could find us on the YouTubes there as well. I just spent a long time talking about Rich Paul and LeBron, and I don't know what's going on with that relationship, man. I mean, obviously they're very tight and close and all that kind of stuff, but how does LeBron look at that and say, you know what, this is good for my brand? How does he do that? I don't get it. And listen, I think like the barbershop was really good for LeBron. That made him relatable. But this long-form, free-flowing podcast that Rich Paul is doing with Max Kellerman, it's not looking good, man. It's not looking good at all. Rich Paul is coming off very, just weird. Like, that's probably the best way to put it. Rich Paul is just coming off weird in that podcast. And Max Kellerman seems to be, I get it. Look, I get it. Rich Paul and LeBron, you want to be associated with that media company for sure, 100%. But Max became Max because he had a razor sharp whip of a mind and was not afraid ever. Was never afraid. Max is coming off as pandering here on this Rich Paul podcast. I don't even know what it's called. I just see clips of it on my timeline every day. But it's sad because I love Max. I think Max is awesome. Max is a radio Hall of Famer. Max is an all-time great. When we're talking about sports takes and the greatest to ever do it, that's Max Kellerman. Let me just say that right off the bat. As a matter of fact, I'd go so far as to say, hey, listen, if I have half the career that Max Kellerman has, I'd be stoked, man. I would be stoked. And I'm the guy that has had a pretty dang decent career. But it's just that whole podcast is good for no one. It's not. I mean, it's really interesting. First of all, I take that back. It's great for me. It's great for me. Okay. Y'all giving me content? 100%. Let's go. I love it. We're in the dog days of summer, man. I'm like, yeah, what are we going to talk about today? I don't know. Let me talk about some dumb stuff that happened on this Rich Paul Max Kellerman podcast. Oh, you're going to have a crazy whiteboard up there? Let me just dissect that. It's crazy, man. It's called Game Over, according to super producer Kane. Game Over? Why are they called Game Over, though? Why Game Over? That sounds like a 50 Cent diss track to, shots to game or something, I don't know. I don't get that.
I think he's referring to how the NBA operates. Maybe that's what he means. Game over, as we know it.
That's a stretch. Hey, listen, man. Sometimes we overthink things here. Can it just be? Is it possible to just call it the Rich Paul Show? Why not just call it the Rich Paul Show?
It's like one of those, hey, don't look at me, but don't look at me situations. I don't want it to be all about me, Rich Paul, even though I'm on the show and I have a board about LeBron. I'm just. It's just like it's like Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, where it's like, hey, privacy, please don't look at us, but look at us.
But here we are.
But here we are.
It's like it's got very bad pick me energy, dude. It's real bad, dude. And like I said, I thought the barbershop, or they call it The Shop, right? That's the show. The Shop. I think that was really good. I think that is really good. I think that was great for LeBron's brand. I think it was great for Rich Paul. It's great for everybody involved. But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Because it's so bad for Rich Paul that LeBron is now getting secondhand smoke. You know what I mean? Like, that's tough. Teams have to talk to Rich Paul and send him voice notes that he can forward to LeBron. That, according to a report from Shams. Dude, did you guys see this? Kane, I don't know. Did you see this, man? This lets me know I'm online too much. But Poke Fresh in Canton, Ohio, is allegedly breaking news on LeBron. This is crazy. This was actually tweeted out. Bum, bum, bum. Breaking news alert. This was tweeted out by ESPN Cleveland. They tweeted out Poke Fresh. Why Poke Fresh? Because the owner, Jonathan Gottschall, used to be the owner of a spot called Caroline's Cupcakes. And you're wondering, well, who cares about a cupcake company in Canton, Ohio? Well, back in the day, before LeBron made the decision to go back to Cleveland, Caroline's Cupcakes put on their Facebook page, this guy Jonathan Gottschall put on the Facebook page for Caroline's Cupcakes, he wrote on the business Facebook page, okay, that he had texted a friend who is tied in with LeBron's camp and that he, LeBron, was coming back to Cleveland. This when Bron was in Miami. He broke it. He broke it before anybody. He broke that before anybody. Caroline's Cupcakes broke that story. That's crazy. So now, that guy sold Caroline's Cupcakes, something happened. I don't know. His name is Jonathan Gottschall. He bought some place called Poke Fresh. And Poke Fresh apparently is in the same spot that Caroline's Cupcakes was, but it's the same dude. And so he put out there that LeBron is coming to Cleveland, but get this. He says he has it on good authority that LeBron is coming to Cleveland with Bronny James and Draymond Green. Remember, Draymond Green opted out of his contract. He can go sign somewhere else. That's wild. This dude, Caroline's Cupcakes, a.k.a. Poke Fresh, in Canton, Ohio.
Those are two vastly different
Very
cuisines,
different.
by the way. How do you end up in the cookie and the poke business? I don't know. But...
restaurant must be restaurant. I don't know, man. But this guy is claiming that LeBron's coming back to Cleveland. It's a done dealio. And he's coming back to Cleveland and bringing with him Draymond Green. If that ends up being true, the internet will truly be ripped asunder. It will be. That would be absolutely bonkers. Can you imagine? Can y'all imagine? Oh my gosh. How about if that's true? Also, there's all this noise that the team may move on from Max Strus. Does it end up being like a two-part deal, right? Where like LeBron signs the MLE and then Cleveland trades, I don't know, somebody to Golden State for Draymond? Because obviously you can't sign them both. There ain't no way. There's no way Draymond's taking the vet min, right? So could it be a sign-in trade where they move Max Strus? I don't know how much is Max Strus making, man. Maybe it's Evan Mobley. Ooh. Did we crack the code? Is it Evan Mobley for Draymond? Did we crack the code? I feel like we might have.
I mean, we're going to the Kawhi story later, but we kind of have something with that's actually might be coming to fruition as well. So
I know.
But that makes sense. And maybe Draymond was to finish, he's a Midwest boy himself.
Hey, listen, you get younger with Evan Mobley if you're Golden State. And you know what? To be honest with you, Golden State has to be tired of his antics at this point.
Been tired.
You know?
Long expiration
like
date.
I don't look, he's going to be a Golden State lifer, you know? He's going to get his number retired and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's all good, right? But like, they at this point, the antics don't match up with the production. I think I think they would be quietly more than happy to move on from Draymond Green. So they get young. I mean, listen, if it's a straight up trade for Evan Mobley, they do that in a heartbeat, right? Number 3 overall pick from 2021. He's only 25 years old. He just turned 25. He turned 25 last month in June. He's young, dude. This guy is so young. I could see that.
And a lot of happy jaws and chins on the Golden State Warriors roster as well. Just a lot of unbruised faces.
He'll cold cock you. Let me tell you, right? Draymond will cold cock you. No, but and Evan Mobley's making $50 million next year. And you know what? Cleveland, I think, and maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like Cleveland might be happy to move on from Evan Mobley too, because dude, he signed, you know, he's got 4 years left on his deal at a crazy rate, at an insane rate. He's getting paid over 50, something like 55 million, 53 million over the next 4 years, 55 million over the next 4 years. I promise you, there's no way Evan Mobley's going to return value on that contract. So I wonder if Cleveland might be like, dude, you'll take Evan Mobley 100%. Let's go. So it's two teams that would not be too shy about moving on from their respective power forwards, to be honest with you. It's kind of an interesting trade. I'm not going to lie. That's kind of an interesting trade. Kane, did we crack this? Did we crack it?
We're early. Let's see if we'll be right or wrong.
Yo, how about if this ends up coming to fruition, dude?
Cut it.
Cut it.
Clip it.
Clip it, baby. Hey, clip it. Okay, this is going to be the clean clip. Evan Mobley is going to Golden State for Draymond Green, and Cleveland will sign LeBron. Clip it. Boom, that was clean right there. I even said it into the camera. That's clean. We can clip that. I love it. If it doesn't come to fruition, dude, just delete that. Delete.
That never happened.
That never happened.
Fake news.
We step away. When we come back, it's more of the James Go Show right here on the new 97.1. The Fan, the voice for LA Sports. Yo, what's up, Los Angeles? It's your boy James Coe. We got super producer Kane behind the glass. Kane, how we feeling tonight, man?
Man, disgusted.
Disgusted.
And just some grown men.
Being entourage?
Just being entourage, like sports homies.
Yeah.
I'm watching the summer league game between the Wizards and the Jazz, and like they were interviewing Trae Young.
Okay.
And Trae Young was walking back to his seat with like his guy entourage,
Oh,
his
my God.
entourage. Like, y'all some grown men, dog. I
That's-
noticed the homies, but stop trying to be seen.
Yeah.
You're not the star.
Exactly.
You're like a part of the galaxy. I get it,
Okay.
but you're a grown man.
Come on, dude. What's your job?
Yeah, what's your job? You know?
What's your job? I mean, is your job to be a groupie? That's not a job.
On your taxes, when they ask you your occupation, do you put sports homie?
It's not good. Get a job.
Get a job, man. Like a real job. Like,
Get a
you
real
know,
job.
Yeah.
dude.
Like,
Hey, you know what? Get like a real job. Like work a 9 to 5. Okay. Okay. If you have to work the 9 to 5, it's still that's still cool, because on nights and weekends you get to party with Trae Young.
the sports homies will still invite you out.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, you a grown man walking around.
I mean, because that's the other thing. It's like I like see this too, and it's just like like some people like buy their entourage guys like nice cars. Or we were talking about this with James Harden. Why is James Harden buying Lil Baby like Louis Vuitton suitcases full of cash? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Why? I'm so confused by this.
Like, Lil Baby.
Why is that's not a thing?
Like, he's not in the gym putting up shots with James Harden. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're
Dog,
not having a
even if he
one-on-one
was,
session.
I'm not buying another man Louis Vuitton bags. I don't even know if they were Louis Vuitton. I think there might have been something even more obscure. It was like some like fashiony like designer thing, dude. It's like not even like a classic fashion bag. It was like one of them like I don't know,
Like, instead of regular Gucci, it was Christy Yamaguchi.
or something, man. I don't know what it was, dude. I'm not into luxury brands because it's like. Again, I got a mortgage, dude. Like, the last thing I'm looking at is a $5,000 belt, Like, that's not even something that's in my galaxy, dude.
And then you're trying to send voice notes to Rich Paul to get LeBron back to L.A.
I'm still trying to figure out voice notes,
Yeah.
dude. You think I got time to be looking at, like, designer handbags, dog? But that's the thing, like, even if like, let's say I had a homie and he was like, hey, he was like my biggest supporter, like, just helping me out, man, like, becoming this sports broadcasting god, like, whatever, okay? Like, even then, I'm not buying the homie, like, designer bags. Like, that's weird behavior, dude.
Hey, dog, we going on a trip. Here's a bag for you.
Maybe like I pay for like a Mexico golf trip or something, and then I pay all the bills, right? Like, food's on me, golf is on me, the drinks are on me. That's cool. That's like regular homie behavior. Getting somebody like some like Hermes bag. What am I supposed to do? Let's say I'm somebody's homie and they buy me a Hermes bag. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, can I legitimately show this Hermes bag? Somebody's going to be like, hey, yo, where'd you get that Hermes bag? Oh, my homie bought that for me. Bro, man card revoked.
Yo, I get this bag. James Harden purchased it for me during our trip in Paris.
No. That got Diddy real quick, bro. That got Diddy so fast. And it's like, no.
It's a very slippery slope.
We can't be doing that. I legitimately cannot. I mean, like, that's why I'm saying, like, I don't understand. So again, by the way, if you're a sports homie or if you're part of anyone's entourage, like, just get a job, dude. It's fine. You can still party with the boys like every night. Like, you work a 9 to 5, which means you're off at 5.
Yeah.
The homies, they're not partying until 10 o'clock, dude.
10, 11.
You got time.
Because what? Sports, they ain't gonna wake up till like 3 o'clock anyway.
Exactly.
From partying from the other night.
And listen, you're gonna party, you're gonna do a thing. You go to sleep at 2 o'clock. You get up. You do your 9 to 5. It's fine. It's all good.
Nah, but you want to be in Vegas, walking behind a grown man, carrying his bag, just to be on TV.
What? Why are we doing this?
Your father is shaking his head.
Oh, that's crazy, man. Hey, the YouTube chats are pretty cool right now. I got oh my gosh, I got the nicest comment in the whole world, man. This is from Christopher Velasco. It says, James, you got potential of becoming one of the greats in sports talk history. Bro, what a comment. Come on, man.
Big dog.
That is awesome, bro. There's a guy in the chat. He's got the best screen name, dog.
What is it? Can you say it on air?
I think I can.
Okay, we finna find out.
I can. The screen name, the handle is Ipe from prison. That's, yo.
How have we progressed as a society? Back in the day, they would call the radio show from prison with a collect call. You had to choose to accept it or not.
Yeah, it's Ipe from prison on the YouTubes.
They're just in the prison computer lab.
Yeah, in the chats, which is sick, dude.
What type of tabs you think are opened right now? He has his YouTube tab open watching the show. What's the other like 2 or 3 tabs? Like how to get out of here?
Sports gambling for dummies.
Oh yeah, because Brendan Sorsby was almost his cellmate. So yeah.
Golly, dude, unbelievable.
E-personal connections.
Oh, it's crazy, man. Oliver Garrett is in there. He says, "Let's go Rams." Okay, cool. Dalis Gomez says, "Let's go James Co." Great show. I appreciate you. I hope I'm saying your name right, Dalis. I hope. We'll just call you D Gomez.
Digo.
Digo is in the building. Yeah. Digo is in the building. I don't know how I went through an hour show talking about absolutely nothing. I've just spent the hour talking about Poke Fresh in Canton, Ohio. How bad Rich Paul's podcast is. That was my whole hour.
Sounds like content to me.
This is good.
You saw the comments. You're going to be one of the future greats.
Hey.
Costradamus.
We did get a clip. We did get that clip. Evan Mobley for Draymond Green.
Yes.
It's happening.
Let's see if we go 2 for 2. You were right on Kawhi.
Yeah.
Just to remind all of LA.
Yes.
You said that Kawhi Leonard
0% chance.
would not finish the season as a Clipper.
I put that at a 0% chance.
And not only did he not finish the season as a Clipper, he didn't start the season as a Clipper.
Although
ellipses.
Wait, hold on now. I'm just saying, hold on now. That trade being put on hold, man. That's crazy. Oh, you found it. Nice. I love that.
It's high quality radio here in a James Co. show.
That is good, man. The Kawhi trade has been delayed. I don't know if you're living under a rock, but the Kawhi trade has been delayed, and it could be in jeopardy because the league let Toronto know that for some reason that if they did trade for Kawhi, that Toronto would assume the penalty risk, that the penalty risk would somehow transfer from the Clippers to Toronto. How does that make sense, dude? It doesn't make any sense at all. And this, to me, is very clearly Adam Silver trying to out-alpha LA. Like, he is basically saying, hold up, I'm the big dog in the room. Y'all aren't allowed to make moves until I say go. Because, honestly, this investigation, quote-unquote investigation, has been going on for 10 months. Almost a year. And let's be real, LA, or the league office can't do that much, right? They're basing this off of court documents and all that kind of stuff, right? When you're doing that, what are we quote unquote investigating? I mean, it should be done. Like, you have the information. At this point, the league has the information. You're not getting more information. What are you going to do? You're going to go to Uncle Dennis, bro? What you going to do? You going to go to Kawhi? No, there's no more information to be gathered. It's over now. I mean, the guy who defrauded everybody, the guy's going to jail, bro. It's over.
Prison.
Prison, my bad. Federal prison. Not jail. Like, he's gone, y'all. He's behind bars. What more information are you going to get, league office? I don't get it. And there's not, let me rephrase. There's nothing to get because the league is sitting on it. The league office has to just be sitting on this now. Why? Because they're trying to make an example out of the Clippers. If you try to circumvent the salary cap, which they most likely did, allegedly, if you try to go and do that, we are going to hold up your business. We are going to make life so difficult for you. And this is part of the punishment. You see what I'm saying? This is part of it. We're going to take some draft picks. We're going to find Steve Ballmer. We're going to ban him from the game for however long. But we're also going to hold you up. We're going to hold y'all hostage. We're going to hold your franchise. We're literally going to hold your franchise hostage. You can't make moves. Because the word is out. The bat signal is out. That if you make moves with the Clippers, you're getting punished too. I mean, that is a big-time freeze. All right, man, we're going to talk more Clippers on the backside of this break. You're listening to The James Coe Show on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. What is cracking, Los Angeles? It's your boy, James Coe. Super producer Kane behind the glass. 7 o'clock hour, 6 o'clock hour went by so quick, man. That was crazy fast. That's how you know I love this job, man. That went by so quick, dude. That was a lot of fun. Kane, man, how we doing tonight, dude?
Better than Christian Pulisic's feelings currently.
Golly.
So,
that was
on the up and up.
Okay, so this new report came out, speaking of Pulisic, this new report came out, right, that he had a leg fracture, and he was legitimately hurt. Christian Pulisic was legitimately hurt. He was dealing with a bone bruise and a microfracture in his lower leg. He's going to be sidelined for several weeks, that according to U.S. Soccer. Right? So a bone bruise and microfracture in his lower leg. I'm not going to lie. Look, I saw that clip from earlier today. This is from D-Fish and them. And they were unmoved by this injury. I think D-Fish said, hey, listen, I've played through worse. And I don't doubt that he has. But I think the thing with bone bruises and microfractures is that it all kind of sort of depends, right? Like, they're not all the same. Like, one microfracture might not be as significant or as severe as a different microfracture. And a bone bruise is kind of sort of the same thing. I mean, in football, you see it all. A bone bruise could sideline you 1 week or a month, maybe 6 weeks. It just depends. So I don't know. I wonder how this changes the narrative and the perspective. And I guess I'll answer my own question. I don't think it does. Everyone seems to be doubling down. As a matter of fact, Carly Lloyd doubled down. I don't know if it's a double down or maybe like a small step back. But she definitely did not apologize. As a matter of fact, she was called out online. And somebody said, Carly Lloyd, you need to apologize because you were really tough, really hard on Christian Pulisic. And Carly Lloyd on Twitter said, quote, I don't owe anyone an apology. My comment wasn't about his post-game interview. Yes, it was. See, that's cap. She goes on to say he skipped Gold Cup last summer because he wanted to rest and be ready for World Cup. He ended up resting the whole year. That's the facts. Nothing personal against him. Again, that's not true. It's personal. And Carly, you can be personal. That's okay. I think that's okay. I mean, your job as an analyst is to state your opinions. It's okay. I think that's fine. But when you say your comment wasn't about his post-game interview, that right there is no one's buying that. It 100% was about his post-game. In the post-game, Pulisic said, I can go rest now. And then you made a comment about his rest. What do you mean? What do you mean it was not about his... Yes, it was. And Pulisic, I think he obviously needs a little bit more media training. I mean, saying something like that after a loss is just such a bad look. Especially after a listless performance where effort levels are being questioned. Motivation was questioned. That's never something that I think any athlete wants to be questioned about. Their effort level, that's tough, dude. I'll tell you what, the quickest way to turn fans against you is to have poor effort level. That's the quickest way. You can strike out, you can throw an interception, you can fail, you can miss a shot, you can have a turnover. The one thing you cannot do is not play with heart or passion. And it's the heart or passion thing that draws the fans in, right? So for the Americans to have played the way they played against Belgium, which was, listen, I'm a soccer newbie, but I know athletes. I know sports. And when I watched the U.S. men's team, That was not a confident bunch. That was not a lot of energy. That was not a lot of passion, period. Period. And so to play with that lack of urgency, that lack of passion, that lack of energy, and then in your postgame say, well, now I can go rest. Obviously, no one's going to be down with that. No one. Carly Lloyd obviously was not down with that. Okay, but we do find out that he was injured. And so he knew that he was injured. What he should have done is that he should have said, man, my knee is killing me. And I need to rehab this thing. But you can't say rest. I know that sounds like, okay, we're just playing with words here, but man, certain words signal certain things, man. And, you just can't say rest. I know that sounds so dumb, but it is what it is. If he had said, man, my knee is absolutely bugging out right now. My knee feels like it's going to fall apart. I need to get it checked out. I don't know what's happening with it, but man, my knee is killing me. If he had said that, it's a different story now. It is. It's just a different story. The narrative around Christian Pulisic would be different. But the problem is, most people make their judgment and then are not going to come off of it, just like Carly Lloyd. Most people, I am this way too. I try not to be this way. And for the people listening to the show, let me just say, I've said it many times. I will be wrong, but I will try my best, if I am truly, honestly wrong, to own it. I will try my best to do that. And I know a lot of sports talk people don't do that. And I know that drives people crazy. Your boy over here has been through some therapy, okay? Like, I've sat down on that couch, okay? Like, I've had to own my mistakes, okay? So I am versed in it, brother. Let me tell you. Okay? Like, I want to decriminalize mental health, bro, okay? I've sat on that couch, man. I've had to go through it. I've had to own my mistakes, man. So I will try my best to do that. Now, don't get me wrong. Context always matters and all that kind of stuff. So, dude, if I defend my take, I will defend it with context for sure, 100%. But if I'm just flat out wrong, I will tell y'all, I'll be the first person in here being like, yo, your boy messed up. I was wrong. I was dead wrong. It's like the Mookie Betts thing, as a matter of fact. I said, man, Mookie got to sit down, dude. Nope. What Mookie needs to do is hit in the 4-hole and just start bombing. That's what he needs to do.
Put that man in cleanup and cleaning up he has been.
Yo, Mookie been on fire, man. So, your boy was wrong about Mookie, 100% for sure, no doubt. But Pulisic was injured, and he should have just told everybody he was injured. That would have just played over so much better. But now that he said he needed to go rest, and then obviously everyone picked that up, and that became like a big, that became like a big soundboard and like a, headline type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was headline type of stuff, and not in the good way either, right? And so, man, we're talking about Carly Lloyd. I mean, shoot, she had a take. It's all good. You get paid to have a take. It's all good, like I said, but you got new information. When you get new information, you're allowed to have a new take. I don't know if people know that. When you get new information, you're allowed to have a new take. Okay? And shoot, you don't even have to say you're wrong. You could just say, hey, yo, I got new information. Now I got a new take. That's cool. But what she did here, that's kind of lame, man. That's kind of lame. I don't owe anybody an apology. Okay, I'm with that. That's cool. I'm with that. But when you say my comment wasn't about his postgame interview, come on. Come on. Yes, it was. That's crazy. You don't want to apologize. You don't have to apologize. But don't say it wasn't about the postgame, because it absolutely was about the postgame. That's crazy. I don't know, man. How do y'all feel about Pulisic, though? I feel a little differently. I'm not going to lie to you. Like I said, got new information, was injured, and was trying to gut it out, and obviously didn't go well. I'm over here saying yesterday, I'm like, go make a play. You got to make, you're Captain America. Where's the vibranium at? Where's the vibranium?
Super soldier serum.
Where's that super soldier serum? Well, nowhere to be found. As it turns out, you need some of that super soldier serum right into the knees. I can feel that. As an old man, as a guy getting older, trust me, I feel that. Okay? I wish I got some of that super soldier serum in my back right now. That'd be awesome. I'm just saying, you get new information and you can change your take a little bit. You could change your stance a little bit. I'm changing my stance a little bit on Christian Pulisic. Obviously, for strategy purposes, you can't tell people you're hurt until after you're done, right? You still have to be a credible threat. If he had told everyone, man, my leg is tripping. My leg is just toast. What do you think? Belgium's going to be like, great, this is awesome. So you can't say that. You gotta just go out there and try to compete the best you can. And I don't know if that was the best that he can, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because him running around, him just straight running around on a bone bruise and microfracture in his lower leg, an injury that's going to sideline him for several weeks. Yo, if that doesn't move you at all, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, and again, I get it. Everyone is saying this guy's bad with the media. He's bad with the fans. Like he's like a very unlikable character. And that might be the case. But when we're talking about his on-field performance, if the fact that he was trying to gut out an injury with a bone bruise and microfracture in his leg, if that doesn't at least soften your stance somewhat on Christian Pulisic, you need to look in the mirror, man. It's got to soften your stance just a little bit. And again, he can still be somebody that you hate. It's all good. We can compartmentalize. We can separate what you like about him as like an off the field character versus an on the field character. I'm just saying on the field, you got to soften up your stance a little bit on Christian Pulisic fighting through an injury, man. And again, he can still be super unlikable. He can still be, again, super. I'm not saying you got to like him. You can still hate him. You can still say he's overrated. You can do all that. That's okay. I'm just saying his World Cup performances obviously were impacted by the injuries. And I think to at least say that part, I think is fair and needs to be done. And that's why I'm saying, like, Carly Lloyd probably should have gone that path too, right? And be like, hey, man, I feel bad for him because, obviously he was hurt. Would have loved to have seen a different outcome, but he was hurt. I get it. And just move on. That's okay. You still don't have to apologize. You don't got to apologize for what you said. Because you said what you said because he said what he said. And you didn't have that information about him being hurt. So it's all good, man. I get it. Man, have y'all heard about this crazy story coming out of San Antonio? Crazy. Jacob Toby was their lead play-by-play announcer on the radio side. His girlfriend, when he was sleeping, apparently hacked his phone and then posted on his social media account that he was cheating. Who was he cheating with, you ask? He was cheating with the sister of a player on the Spurs. The player's name is Lindy Waters. Now, man, this is the caption. This is the caption that the girlfriend put on this photo. It was a photo of them, the original girlfriend, and Jacob Toby having a very intimate moment. And the caption was, "This is my girlfriend of 6 years, but I cheated on her," with the girl's name, who I'm going to redact rather. And then and then the girlfriend added her as well. Put the handle on there, dude. Put the handle on there, bro. This is my girlfriend of 6 years, but I cheated on her with this girl. So feel free to continue following me if you really think I'm a good guy, because I'm not. Dang. Golly. First of all, I mean, I guess they've been, you know what? They've been together 6 years, so she can open the phone, right? Like that's doable. No? Hey, Kane, let me put it to you this way, bro. If you've been with the girl for 6 years and she does not know how to open your phone, that's shady, dude.
Was she?
Is
like,
it not?
I mean, 6 years. Was she searching his web history for wedding rings or something? San Antonio bridal shops.
No. Here's the thing. Obviously, I think the search history that should be turned off. Okay, like.
You're right. It's probably Google Incognito. Yeah.
I'm just saying, or like, you know, hey, listen, like that the search history part. I mean, there's like, you can open my phone, you can go through my text messages. Maybe not my web search history, because that could get a little spicy.
A little cheaty.
That could get a little spicy. I don't know.
I mean, obviously,
but you could go through my text messages and stuff. Right? Like, come on.
His girlfriend probably had some suspicions.
Yeah.
Women's intuition, if you will.
For sure.
And just waited for the perfect time until he was in that REM sleep. You know, probably crying.
And she woke up like the Undertaker, bro. Like, just sat right up.
She just rose up like Undertaker, and grabbed the phone like a choke slam and started texting.
Just started popping that picture in, dude.
What a weird like 2 months for the Spurs. Like Spurs players losing on the court, Spurs announcers losing off the court.
Well, I mean, just all of it, right? Like the Spurs becoming like the people's champ, and then they're not the people's champ, right? Like
Wemby's heel turn.
Yeah, like then Wemby all of a sudden did a heel turn, like, and like in like a span of a week too. You know, everyone was like rooting for the Spurs hard against Oklahoma City, and then they go up against the Knicks, and then, you know, Wemby's doing the whole weird, like, I mean, speaking of like the Undertaker, like he's like trying to choke slam Jalen Brunson down. Right? Like he's doing all that, like he's doing all the weird stuff, right? Like, so then he's becoming like the villain all of a sudden. People start not liking Wemby. I'm not that guy. I liked Wemby. Even in the Knicks run, like, was he doing like weird kind of like shady type of stuff? Yeah, okay. But like, I'm still like, yeah, I get it though. Competitive as all get out. He's not playing well and he's frustrated. Okay, I can absolutely, you know, I can deal with that. But it's been a weird, like a very roller coaster ride for the San Antonio Spurs, for sure.
Yeah, just.
And a very up and down roller coaster for Jacob Toby.
Speaking of up and down roller coasters. You know, and also on the interwebs, it's been interesting that this involves the sister of Lindy Waters, because Lindy Waters had a situation about a year ago himself.
Did he?
Yeah, he went viral before he even signed with the Spurs, because they were interviewing, it was one of them TikTok man on the street interviews, and they were talking to a couple in like somewhere in like Stillwater, Oklahoma or something like that. And they asked the couple about hall passes. Yeah. And the dude was like, I don't know. And the girl was like, Lindy Waters III. Straight up. And everyone was like, what a very obscure yet
why would Lindy Waters III be your hall pass?
Well, remember, this happened in Oklahoma, and where did Lindy Waters III play college basketball?
Played in Oklahoma?
Oklahoma State.
Oh.
So everyone was like, oh, and apparently the couple's not together anymore. So.
Oh, man. She was trying to retroactively use the hall pass, bro? Is that the internet theory?
The sleuths had determined that maybe
she had already done it.
The hallway had been visited.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she had already done the thing, and then was like, "Hey, you know what? Who my hall pass would be? Lindy Waters III." Boom.
Yeah, and they were like, "Wait,
you can't issue a retroactive pass, dude. That's not how this works."
They were like, "Wait, the free agent guard from the Warriors." What a very like obscure pull. So for this to happen a year later with the, I'm like, whoa. That family group chat must be unlock those texts.
Oh man,
between him and sis.
You know. Oh my goodness gracious,
Gen Z.
Man, what? That's crazy. But can I make this? Can I make this point? Because I know a lot of people have been like, "How are you gonna fire a guy for cheating? We don't even know if he actually cheated." And that's the whole point. Yeah, we don't know if he actually cheated. Let me make this 100% clear for everyone out there. As somebody who has worked in the media for dang near 20 years, Jacob Toby did not get fired for cheating. He did not. He got fired because it went viral. That's why he got fired. He did not, let me say this again. He did not get fired for cheating. He got fired because his cheating went viral. If he had cheated and it did not go viral, he would still have his job. But man, this was a huge talking point on Twitter X. It was everywhere. I saw this 2 days ago. Or was it a day ago? I'm not sure. I know he got fired today. And I think I saw it yesterday.
Yeah, it broke like, what was today, Thursday? It broke like Wednesday overnight.
Yeah. Like, exactly. That's why I was thinking like 2 days ago, right? But no, and like, I actually legitimately thought about talking about it on yesterday's show, but it was too internet-y, you know? Yeah. It was too internet-y. And I'm like, I don't know.
Rich Paul hadn't put it on a whiteboard yet.
I'm going to leave it alone. But the fact that he did get fired now makes it something that we can talk about, right? And again, he didn't get fired for the cheating. It's because it just took over the internet, man. Like, it just took over. So that's why he got fired. And listen, I don't know. I'm not the guy that's going to sit here and say I feel bad for him, but I mean, part of me does feel bad for him. He obviously is, pun fully intended, he made his bed, now he needs to sleep in it, right? Pun fully intended here.
Fire!
And so he deserves what he is getting. Actually, how do I put this correctly, man? I feel bad for him on a human level because he's a young man and he really worked hard to get to the spot that he got to. And as a fellow sports broadcaster, I can only imagine getting to that height and then just having that ripped away. That's tough.
He a young boy too. I don't think he's even 30.
No, yeah, he's really, really young, man. He absolute meteoric rise. But where does he go from here? I don't know. I think, and again, I'm not saying he's just full on, Diana Rossini, like done. But it's going to be a long road back. And that part is, I feel kind of sad for him, man. I got more thoughts on this. We'll break into this. And also this Caitlin Clark controversy that's going on in the government. The government. Man, why has the government got to get involved, bro? Anyways, we'll talk about CC on the backside of this break. You'll listen to the James Coe Show on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Yo, yo, yo. What's cracking, everybody? James Coe here with you. Having a good old time here on a beautiful Thursday evening. We're taking you to the top of the 10 o'clock hour. If you want to be part of the show, would love that, man. 855-97-LA-FAN. Again, that's 855-97-LA-FAN. Here's a question for the folks out there. If y'all have a significant other of, I'm going to say 5 years. 5 years is a long time. If you have a significant other of 5 years or longer, are you letting them have access to your phone? I would say yes, but there has to be guardrails too, right? I think you could be like, hey, listen, man, I'm going to let you use the phone. It's all good. I trust you. You should trust me. And this is like a sign of trust and all that. But like, don't go through the boys group chat.
Yeah, don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to.
Yeah, you know. Any other text messages, we're cool. But like the boys group chat, that's got to be like, just don't go through that, you know? You don't want to see what's in there, bro. You don't. But exactly. It's a brother for sure. Like, you don't want to see that, bro. Okay? So, again, call me up. Let me know, man. 5 years or longer. Should that be this is the question to the listeners out there. If you've been with your significant other for 5 years or longer, should they have rights to open your phone whenever they want, just so long as there are some guardrails? Like I said, I think the group chat is the boys only group chat. Like the boys group chat. Like that is off limits. Okay? Like don't go through there because there's just a lot of nonsense in there that you're just not going to understand. You're not going to get. Okay? The internet search history should also be one of those, hey, listen. We listen, but we don't judge. Okay? It's one of those. Okay? We listen, but we don't judge. All right? I think those are the two things. And like, you can, babe, you can have my phone. You can check whatever you want. You want to go through my call history? You want to go through the text messages? It's cool, man. You want to see what apps I got? Want to make sure I don't got some shady apps on here? Good. Cool. I'm down. I'm down for that. But just the boys group chat and the internet search history, we listen, but we don't judge. Okay? Okay. And then as long as we have those parameters set, I think that's fine. 855-97-LA-FAN. Again, I want to know, if you've been with your significant other for more than 5 years, do you let that significant other have just free reign of your phone? Or comment in the chat. Got a lot of chat questions right now, too, by the way. What do we got? Michael Ronald Pablo says he, as in the Spurs play-by-play guy, should have said the Shaggy line. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I don't know. And by the way, we don't, this is all alleged, man. We don't even know if he actually cheated. I'm assuming because she just went full on like DEFCON, just like nuking his phone and his career. I'm assuming it's true. I don't know. Because sometimes, man, love can make you crazy, bro. It can make you do some crazy stuff. You know?
I mean, we love radio. So,
Ipe from prison says, yes, my wife can see my phone, but I delete the gambling apps. That's Ipe from... Oh, my God, bro. Come on, dog. Oh, man. All right. I don't even know where we were. You know, we were talking Lakers. And again, this is a show that loves conspiracy theories, and because of that, we were very early to the why don't the Lakers go after Jonathan Kuminga talk. We were way early on that. This is a show. The two tenets of this show, okay, are okay. We're going to chase down a lot of conspiracy theories, and we're also going to give you athlete songs. We will do athlete music on this show. We had our very first, if you missed the show last night, we had our very first verses. We had our very first athlete rap battle. That was fun. Kane, it was Max Crosby versus Clint Dempsey.
AKA Deuce.
Deuce. It was fun. If you want to go listen back to that, I don't know why you would. It was absolutely stupid.
Also a synonym for cinema.
What a stupid segment that is.
Amazing.
But it was incredible. If you want to go back and listen to that, you can. It's very simple. All you got to do is download the Odyssey app. How you like that for a segue? Download the Odyssey app and you can and listen back to a lot of shows here, man. And if you missed like D-Mac and Reiter, if you missed Alex Curry, like you missed the morning show, go and do that, man. It's cool. It's great. Speaking of the morning show, we did talk about Jonathan Kuminga potentially signing here with the L.A. Lakers. Well, the fan L.A. has a former Laker. It's got D-Fish. This is Derek Fisher's thoughts on the potential of a Kuminga trade to the Lakers.
The sign and trade scenario, which we talked about a little bit yesterday, we talked about the reality of, Jonathan Kuminga not being a guy that, 2 years, $20 million is not at the level that, of course, he would want, right? And bird rights essentially just means the Atlanta Hawks, because his bird rights with the trade from Golden State kind of came with him to Atlanta. So it means that the team that you recently played for, they can basically pay you the most money. So instead of the Lakers trying to sign Jonathan Kuminga outright as an unrestricted free agent for 2 years, $20 million, if they execute a sign and trade with Atlanta, Atlanta technically can sign him for significantly more than that, and then trade him to the Lakers. But it's all done in collaboration. And so then the Hawks would receive a player or two, some draft assets. Like, Atlanta's going to have to be incentivized to do this. Like, you're going to have to convince them it's worth their time to do it. What are you willing to give up in order to do that? You could say Jared Vanderbilt, but they might want Dalton Connect, or they might want Jake LaRavia, or they might want Bronny James, whatever that they want. It could be two players in order to equal that. And the Lakers are in a position where the salaries are going to have to match for the most part, unless we could get into some other more complicated scenarios, but that's not what people listen to us for. The Lakers are going to, at this point, they're going to have to align these salaries up. So if Jonathan Kuminga signs for $18 million a year, it's going to take Jared Vanderbilt and another player.
It's interesting. Well, first of all, let me just say I don't think any team is clamoring for Bronny James. No shade at Bronny James, but I can't imagine that's like a highly desirable, contract or anything, The Jared Vanderbilt part of it is, it's just salary cap relief, guys. So when you hear about Vanderbilt a lot, it's just basically like, okay, will this help a team financially? And I don't know, like for me, even Vanderbilt going to Atlanta, that doesn't, to me, really make any sense. I think what the trade really would be for a pick swap, right? Because they don't want to re-sign. You heard D-Fish talk about the bird rights. They don't want to use their bird rights and give Kuminga a big contract. Like, that's obviously not what they want to do. They opted out of the team option to pay him, what was it, like $25 million or something like that? So even $25 million for a player of Kuminga's size and athleticism, I'm going to be honest with you, that's actually a really good deal. Maybe not really good, but it's a totally doable deal. I'm surprised that they opted out of it, and there must be something going on there, because it's not necessarily team friendly, but man, I tell you what, you re-sign a guy like Kuminga, you give him that 25 just to see what you have. And if he blows up, then you give him the contract, right? But it's all about assets. In today's NBA, it's all about assets. It's all about trading. It's all about, hey, listen, can I get a first round pick? Can I get a second round pick? Can I get a pick swap? It's all about trade. It's really not that much about salary cap unless we're talking about getting below the second apron or getting below the first apron or getting below the salary cap number. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, like Jared Vanderbilt's contract actually is not that appealing. They use it to just try to make things work. But what you're using Jared Vanderbilt's contract for is to potentially get that pick swap. That's really what it comes down to. I hope I'm not getting too in the weeds with this, because I tell you what, I'll be the first person to tell you, I am not a salary cap guy. But that's my understanding of it. I don't think Vanderbilt's contract is actually that enticing, but it is if you're getting the first round pick swap. That's when it becomes like, okay, we'll take Vanderbilt's deal. It's not that debilitating. It's not that crippling, but we'll also take that pick swap. That's why we'll eat the Vanderbilt deal to get that pick swap. Because again, salary cap really, honestly, in today's NBA is very devalued. It's very devalued, especially for a team like Atlanta. But to have that flexibility, you know, and again, at the next trade deadline, it will be a little bit more enticing. It can be expiring salary for somebody, and it can help make salaries match and work, man. So, I don't know. Do they want Dalton Connect? I doubt it. Do they want Vanderbilt? No. Do they want Bronny James? No. But they will do all of those things to make potentially a salary cap number work and get that pick swap. So there you go. I don't know. But really, really good insight from Derek Fisher for sure. 100%. When we come back, when we're going to talk about Caitlin Clark and why Republican lawmakers are getting in on this and what it all means. All right. You're on the James Coe Show. You're listening to the James Coe Show right here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Yo, what's cracking, everybody? James Go here with you. Beautiful, gorgeous Thursday night in Los Angeles, man. Let's go. It's been a rocky time there in Indiana for the Fever and Caitlin Clark. I don't know, what is the deal with Caitlin Clark haters? Like, what's the deal? I don't get it. Look, I don't follow the W. I don't. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I watch a bunch of W. I don't. I know Asia Wilson's amazing, and you got some other players that can really play. I get it, but I don't watch the W. But I do know that Caitlin Clark is a superstar. I mean, it's okay. I'm not breaking news here. I did see that picture, and I saw the video. I went to go watch the play of her getting, I don't know, like people said she got punched in the throat. That's going so far, man. We're doing too much. We're doing too much when we say Caitlin Clark got punched in the throat. She did have somebody put her hand on Caitlin Clark's throat, which is not comfortable at all. And I don't care what league you're in, if you're in the NBA or if you're in the WNBA, that's a flagrant. That is a flagrant foul, and you should, at least be up for consideration of being ejected. Obviously, that didn't get called, and they suspended her for a game post fact. And it's all this like post game stuff that's like got people riled up. Like, oh well, they didn't call in the game. How you suspend her after the fact? And it's like, okay, that part I get, but I guess my point is. And this was my point about LeBron and Rich Paul, that Rich Paul's doing all the lifting and LeBron's getting all the hate, while it's all skating by Rich Paul. Similarly, why the hell is Caitlin Clark getting shade for the league issuing a suspension? You really think Caitlin Clark called the league up and said, hey, this girl needs to get suspended? Do you really honestly think that happened? If the answer to that is no, why the hell are y'all hating I'm saying, why y'all hating on Caitlin Clark? Like, that's the thing about the internet right now. And it's like a really uncomfortable conversation because it feels like some kind of like racial conversation. And that's where it's so uncomfortable. And now Republican lawmakers are making it even more uncomfortable. A group of Republican congresspeople, 3 of them from Indiana, sent a letter to the WNBA regarding the on-court treatment of Caitlin Clark. The letter suggested potential Department of Justice investigations if the league does not protect its players from violence. Dog, what are we doing out here? I mean, this is, again, super Karen energy here, dude. These Republican lawmakers, in an attempt to, quote-unquote, protect Caitlin Clark, have just made it more difficult for Caitlin Clark. That's what's crazy. That is what's crazy about them doing this, is that they have now made it even more difficult for CeCe. I feel bad for her, honestly. When has she, I'm being dead serious about this. When has Caitlin Clark ever come out and said something where you're like, ooh, that's not good? I'm going to say never. She's always repping women's sports. She's always repping the W. She's always repping her team. Always. She said it should have been a flagrant, but it didn't get called. But for her to get hate, I'm not cool with that. For people to threaten her online, I'm not cool with that. That's the perfect response. Perfect. As a matter of fact, can she help out Christian Pulisic? Like, work with the media, you know what I mean? CeCe, whenever she talks, which is, by the way, really rare, CC rarely talks. She doesn't post. She's not on social. I mean, I'm sure she's got a burner, but I'm saying she doesn't post on social. She's just out here hooping and pulling in big checks. Good for her. Is she the face of the WNBA? If you don't think she's the face of the WNBA, you're on crack. Yes, she is. Now, to be the face of the NBA, people are conflating that with, well, she's not the best player. Yeah, no kidding. We all know this already. She's not the best player in the NBA. Who is saying she's the best player? We're saying she's the face of the league. Those are two totally different things. And why must you conflate? Well, it's not fair. It's not fair that the best player in the NBA or in the WNBA is not the face of the WNBA. Who the hell? What are you talking about? That has happened in the history, like throughout the history of sports. What in the world are you talking about? Do you think Derek Jeter was the absolute best player in Major League Baseball? No. But he was the face of baseball, dude. He was not the best player in baseball. He was the face of baseball. I don't see other major leaguers beaning him at every opportunity because they were hating. Like, oh, how could you be the face? You're not even the best player. Let me throw this ball at your head. So stupid. I don't understand. And it's turned into this whole racial war. It's turned into this whole culture war. And like, that's the part that's just so, I feel so bad for Caitlin Clark. It's crazy. How has it turned into a whole culture war? Like, that's the part that's just so uncomfortable. For her. For Caitlin Clark, it's uncomfortable for her. I mean, listen, I don't even engage in it because, man, it is too murky. Those waters, bro, those waters are too murky for me, Kane. Too murky.
Definitely water that's next to an AI data center.
Correct.
You don't want that water.
Yeah, I don't want that water, dude. But like I said, these Republican lawmakers trying to get involved with the W, man, like, oh my God. Y'all are doing the exact opposite of what you're trying to get done. And can I also say this? Again, I don't watch the W, man. I don't. I see the highlights, but, I mean, I got to watch way too many sports. I got to cut something out. It's the W. Sorry. But I will say this. I think there's definitely... I think it's very fair to say that there has been an undue amount of negativity from players in the league towards Caitlin Clark, or at least the coverage of Caitlin Clark. There is no question that Caitlin Clark increased the value of the WNBA single-handedly. She brought with her a huge following and a huge interest. I don't know what about her game broke through, but it broke through, man. It's the fact that she's just knocking down insano shots, is a hyper-competitive player, and people love it. You know how earlier I was saying, hey, man, people can tell if you don't care? Don't tell me Caitlin Clark don't care. Yo, she cares, man. She absolutely cares.
Iowa basketball.
Dude, she went crazy. She was doing stuff where we just haven't seen before. You know what I mean? We just, again, how many threes is she shooting a night? It's something crazy. She's shooting like 9 threes a night or something insane. Caitlin Clark's out there just letting it fly, baby. And the thing is, her stats aren't that good. They're not. I get it. They're not that good. She's not the best player in the league. No question. I saw somebody today say she's not a top 5 guard in the league. And again, I don't follow the W, so I'm just like, I'm going through, I'm like, is that really the case? That seems like a stretch. So I'm going through and I'm looking through. Caitlin Clark's top 5 in scoring, top 2 in assists. How is she not a top? Someone explain to me how she's not a top 5 guard. I'm not saying top 5 player, top 5 guard. Caitlin Clark's not a top 5 guard. She's top 5 in scoring and top 2 in assists per game. And she's just, what? What kind of, what is the agenda here, bro? I'm so confused. But the whole thing of it, though, is that Caitlin Clark is just out here hooping. She's out here making a buck. She's a Nike person. She's making commercials, bro. She's got a shoe now. We talked about her shoe. Her shoe does look a little too daddish, though. Her shoes are a little chopped, not gonna lie.
Chop unk. Chop unt.
Her shoes do have a little bit of what are those energy, you know? A little bit. But she's just out here with, like, you know, she's just out here making money and hooping. I don't think she's always been very supportive of her team. She always credits her team. She always credits the league. And she's brought a lot of new eyeballs to this league, which has made it possible for the girls in here to make more money. Stop it. What are we doing? Y'all don't appreciate it because of the amount of media coverage she gets? That's called jealousy. So then people are like, oh, they're not jealous. What, are you watching the same thing? Are y'all watching the same damn thing? Yes, they are jealous. What are you talking about? That's crazy. I'm not saying they should be fawning over her. Of course not. They're competitors. But to be hating on that level is insane. Literally biting the hand that feeds. That's crazy, man. And again, if Caitlin had said questionable things, okay, then cool, I get it. I've never seen one quote from her where I'm like, damn, dude, why is she so good with the media? That's crazy. It don't make sense, man. All right, man, more coverage of the NBA coming up. You're listening to the James Coe Show on 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Los Angeles! What's cracking? It's your boy James Cone. Man, we're having fun today. I'm just going off, man. I'm on a heater tonight. I don't know what it is. I'm fired up. I'm all gassed up today, Kane. I don't know what's going on.
Fire!
We will give you a score update. The Angels taking on the Rangers. Dodgers obviously off day today. Angels taking on the Rangers in Houston. It is the top of the ninth. 2 outs to go here as the Angels are tied with the Rangers 6-6. Mike Trout is back in the lineup. And he's got an RBI in here. I think he had a home run yesterday. Yeah, he did. Yeah. Mike Trout, welcome back, pal. I like it. The MLB All-Star, Mike Trout. I like that, too. There you go. There you go.
Somebody from the team has to go, so.
Might as well be him, man.
Might
Let
as
me
well
tell
be
you something, man.
the face
Let
of
me
the
tell you
franchise.
something, dude, you know. Which leads me to one of my favorite segments. We're talking about Who the F. You know why? Because we're going to be talking about a former Angel. Let's go. Time now to play Who the Fuck? Yeah. Yeah. What is this segment, you ask? It's a look back. It's a callback. It's just a throwback segment. It's just we just call up a random player and postulate and just have fun because it's always fun to just talk about random old players. I don't know why it is, but it is. It's true. All the women listening are like, this is so stupid. And all the men are like, yeah, I like it. Today's Who the F player. This isn't really that random because sometimes I go into like super duper rando guys. But Garrett Anderson. Y'all remember Garrett Anderson? He's one of my all-time favorite baseball players because this guy played for the California Angels, he played for the Anaheim Angels, and then he played for the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. That's pretty cool. Garrett Anderson, 3-time All-Star. Garrett Anderson drove in the championship-winning run of the 2002 World Series. He is a World Series champion. Garrett Anderson, man.
Shouts to the Rally Monkey.
Oh, that's right. Was that also the same year as the Thundersticks? Or were the Thundersticks a different year than the Rally Monkey? I think were they the same year?
That's a lot of motivation to win a World Series. No wonder why they won it. Sheesh.
Rally Monkey with the Thundersticks, bro?
The Autry spared no expense when it came to promo for the Angels. Take notes, Artie Moreno.
2002 was a magical year for Garrett Anderson. It really was. It was his best year as a pro. Guy was raking. Garrett Anderson was absolutely raking in that year. Garrett Anderson had 123 RBIs. He had 29 home runs. And he had a 539 slugging, but he hit 306 as well. Garrett, that was his, in my opinion, that was his best year. And oh, by the way, like I said, he hit that game-winning run in the 2002 World Series. That was so cool. And in 2002, at the age of 30, he also made his very first All-Star game. Speaking of the All-Star game, coming around the break. But man, he was one of my all-time favorite players. I was legit shook when I found out that he had passed away. That was tough, man. I was like, oh, man, Garrett Anderson, bro. Not Garrett Anderson.
Yeah.
You know?
We were talking about it before the show, and I was just like, man.
I know.
Just because he was like such like a reliable, like, you don't see baseball players like Garrett Anderson really anymore.
No, you don't.
Just kind of like the kind of like 5-tool player.
Totally.
Just across the board. Offense, defense, just, yeah, like a complete baseball player.
Dude, this guy played in the majors for 17 years, 15 of them with the Angels. 15 out of 17. His last year in the majors, he did spend it with the LA Dodgers, though. That was in 2010. He was 38 years old, man. He had spent one season with Atlanta and then one season with the Dodgers, but man, 15 of 17 years with the Angels. I mean, he was with them through the bad times, through the good times. Crazy stuff. But yeah, 2002, what a magical season. And what a magical year it must have been for Garrett Anderson. His first All-Star game, he hits the game-winning hit in the World Series. He becomes a world champion for the first time. Gosh. I mean, it's such a long way. When he was 22 years old, playing for the California Angels. Oh, my gosh. Played at the Big A, the Big Ed.
I love those uniforms.
Dude.
The CA uniforms,
Those
the
CA
California
uniforms are so
Angels.
sick, dude.
Angels in the outfield.
Yeah, man.
Like, come on, man.
No, it was great. Let's talk about his roster back in 2002. This was a fun roster, of course. I feel like every team from the early 2000s had some Molina in it. Some Molina. This was Benji Molina was their catcher. Y'all remember? Oh my gosh, y'all remember Scott Spezio?
Scott Spezio
Played first base for them. Adam Kennedy played second base. Little David Eckstein. Remember him? A little dude.
That was the rally monkey.
He was the epitome. He was the rally monkey incarnate, dude. Choking up there. That little wiggle. That crazy wiggle. David Eckstein, man. And then Troy Gloss at third base. Oh, I love Darren Erstad, too. And then the big fish, Tim Salmon, played right field.
Tim Salmon.
Yeah, man. 2002 was a fun team. Who was on their pitching staff, though? All right, let's take a look here. Oh, Jared Washburn. Hell yeah. Jared Washburn. I was a huge Jared Washburn guy. He didn't care. He's like, I'm going to throw it right down the pipe. Go ahead, try to hit it. He didn't care. It was awesome. Kevin Apier was on that squad. Oh, John Lackey.
John Lackey, that's a name.
John Lackey was a stud. John Lackey was a dog.
Yeah, you almost forget he was an Angel because you kind of know him more from Boston.
John Lackey went 9-4 that season, but Jared Washburn that season went 18-6 with a 3.15 ERA. Man, he was good, man. Dude, out of the bully though. Oh my gosh, I completely and utterly forgot about Troy Percival. All-time Angel, Troy Percival. Dang. That was pretty good. 40 saves that year for Purse. What? Good for him.
That's when men used to pitch. We used to have arms.
They had Scott Schoenweiss. That was the guy with the little submarine delivery, wasn't it? Or am I thinking of somebody else? I can't remember.
Well, he like dipped down kind of?
Yeah. He had that little dip down move, right? Like that's Scott Schoenweiss, I think, right, guys? I don't know. Let me know if I'm wrong there. But I remember Brendan Donnelly, too. Brendan Donnelly was one of their setup guys, too, man. So anyways, shout out to Garrett Anderson and the 2002 Anaheim Angels. This is when time was much nicer for the Angels. And they had a bunch of like these homegrown dudes. Like they didn't overspend to like bring in like Albert Pujols on a 20-year, $17 billion contract. This was pre-Mike Trout, too, you know? It's pretty good. Man, this was a really likable team.
The Angels used to be that. Like, I can't remember if, like, the Autry still owned them or Disney owned them at the time, but, like, they seemed like a pretty, like, well-ran organization, and people were more side-eyeing the Dodgers during this time.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. Well, yeah, because that was during this 2002. That was the Frank McCourt.
Was
era?
that the McCourts?
Was it?
Yeah, it sounds McCourtish.
McCourtish.
Fighting over parking lots and whatever was going on.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, sheesh.
No, but no, the Angels used to be just so lovable, you know. Now, I mean, they used to be like lovable, and sometimes they'd win, sometimes they'd lose, but now they're just, yeah, they're in the dregs. I feel bad for the Angel fans out there, man. Actually, my boy Adam Rank from NFL Network, man. Shoot. That guy goes to more Angel games than anyone else I know.
Adam Rank do be posted up at Angels games, yes.
He lives right next to it, man. I'm telling you, bro. Like, he just be going to those games all the time.
I mean, that whole area is beautiful, man. Like, you can go pregame
it
proper.
is.
Golden Road's right there.
Dude.
You can stumble to the stadium, have a good old time.
How about the the little baseball diamond they got set up
Yeah.
before you enter in? And like you can they got the bump and everything. Like you can fake take pictures and throw on the home base and everything. Like it's cool.
The giant helmet, whatever it is.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a beautiful time.
It's nice out there. It is. Parking is easy.
Easy
It's
in and
quick.
out to get out of. Yes, it is.
So quick. It is so quick.
Used to be able to see Shohei for like $9.
Oh man, one of my boys just texted me. Fun fact: the 2002 Oakland A's won 20 games in a row and only gained 2 games in the standings on the Angels that year. They were so good. They were so fun. I'm telling you, they were so fun. They were so fun. The 2002 Anaheim Angels. They were really, really good. So there you go, man. That's Who the F. Let's go. That was a lot of fun. I love that segment. I don't know why. I just have fun rehashing these random old teams and players, man. It's always a good time. Okay, earlier we were talking about NBA basketball, and I don't know if you guys have seen this, man. Have you guys seen this new story that has come out on James Dolan and Madison Square Garden surveillance? It's a brand new article. It's an updated article, really, from Wired.com, where the new Wired report reveals that facial recognition system at MSG was being used and tracking transgender fans and marking celebrities in terms of their sexual preferences and stuff. They were keeping track of some of guests' race, gender, and sexual orientation. There were notes on patrons that went to MSG. This is part of a big document dump from a hacker group, Shiny Hunters. Shiny Hunters hacked the data and then they released it. And listen, I don't want to make it seem like Shiny Hunters are some kind of Robin Hood or something, because they're also wanted by federal prosecutors, okay? Federal prosecutors say this group has hacked 60 companies and oftentimes holds the data that they get, they hold that data ransom. And they reportedly held this data ransom for MSG as well. MSG, being the cheapos that they are, obviously did not pay. And so thus, all this data got released, man. But critics of this, though, say that, again, facial recognition, the biometrics that MSG collects, it's too far-reaching, man. It's too far-reaching. MSG collecting and retaining sensitive customer information. Well, the fact that they're holding on to your biometric data, that's kind of weird. And listen, I get it. We live in a society now where, you really, your expectation for privacy is pretty limited, man. I mean, shoot, Meta said they're just going to straight up steal your photos off of Instagram and just use it for AI. They're like, yeah, we can do that. Y'all want to keep using our platform? We can do that. So, stop us. Everyone's like, well, do I still get cat photos? Yes? Then I guess you can steal my photos, dude. It's all good. This is what we do for the gram, dude. This is what we do for the gram. Some people out there being like, hey, yo, can we still get these thirst traps going? Is that a yes? All right, then you can use my photos. It's all good. Instagram's changed so much, bro. I remember going to Instagram and putting up pictures and videos of my kid, It It would be like stuff like my daughter when she was like really little. She was like 4 or 5 years old, man. Like, and she had like a little ukulele, and she'd like play me a song and be like, man, this girl, man. I was like, yep, 100%. Just whatever you want, kid. You got it, you know?
I'm going to upload this incredibly pixelated video, but just listen to it. Just listen to the ukulele.
Upload this video, bro.
Yeah.
Upload that, and we just would share, like, you know, like personal moments and stuff.
That's back when Instagram was only for iPhone users.
Yeah. And
It's very limited.
Also back when, like, you know, people weren't monetizing this stuff, bro. Like, there wasn't such a thing as, like, a social media influencer, you know?
It was just regular social media where you went to go be social.
Yeah.
What a concept.
Media that was social. Weird. What a weird time. But again, the fact that MSG of all, like, bro, like, Meta's one thing, okay? Like, how comfortable are you with James Dolan having your biometrics? and MSG security writing little notes on you, like, you're low risk, you're medium risk, you're high risk. Like, these are the notes that they were taking on patrons that went to MSG. And, like, the report goes further. There was allegedly a biometric blacklist. MSG allegedly sent security. They allegedly sent police to door knock on some 14-year-old who had bad things to say about James Dolan and the Knicks. That's crazy. They got a bunch of celebrities marked as in terms of their risk factor. Are you a low risk, no risk, medium risk, or high risk? If you're a high risk, you can't sit front row. They don't let you do it. That's crazy to me. Again, James Dolan. You want James Dolan, of all people. See, me just saying this, I'm already on the blacklist now. Just like that. Boom. Now I can't go to MSG.
Congratulations.
Yeah, my bad. My bad. I can't go to MSG now.
I mean, it's a good thing your Taylor Swift wedding invitation did get lost.
Yeah, you know, it somehow got lost in
You
there.
never would have made it in.
Yeah, the business conference. That was the Taylor Swift. Like, dude, if y'all missed that show, man, let me just tell you something. If you have 1,000 fools showing up in one spot, that's a conference. That's not a wedding, dude. I don't know 1,000 people, period. In my entire life, I've been on God's green earth more than 40 years. I don't know 1,000 people. I don't know 1,000 people, bro. As a matter of fact, I just went out there to go get a bite to eat during the break. I met a very nice DJ from K-Rock. Very nice lady. Incredibly nice. I think she's person number 700. I don't know, what, 1,000 people? Yo, you get 1,000 people in one spot, that's called a business conference, dude. When you get the CEO of some ICE detention place and the CEO of, like, AMC theaters, and you don't even know them like that, that's not a wedding, that's a business center, man. Like, what are we talking about out here, bro? But yeah, I want James Dolan and MSG to have my biometrics. Get out of here. Stop it. That's scary, man. But this world is crazy, bro. This world is so crazy now, man. And again, if you guys want to find the details of that, go sign up for Wired. Wired.com. It's a really, really interesting article. But yeah, all this data got hacked, and then it got dumped out, and then they're still just parsing through it. I mean, we're talking, you know, thousands and thousands and thousands of pages that they're going through right now. But it is crazy, though, that they're keeping track of some patrons' race, gender, and sexual orientation. Why are they doing that? What purpose does that serve? What purpose does that serve? To save my biometrics and then write a little note that says male, Asian. What, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? I don't get it. I don't get that. What does that have to do with going to watch a game? What does that have to do with watching a dang Knicks game at MSG? Am I tripping? I mean, again, this is like so far reaching, like facial recognition. They're saving your pictures, dog. Like, they have facial recognition at MSG. They got, I mean, again, you buy the ticket, so okay, you give them your phone number, you give them your email. Dude, they've got your face, they've got your name, they've got your number, they've got your email. Apparently, they're trying to figure out whether you're straight or gay. What in the world does that have to do with watching hoops at MSG? I don't get it. And why does it not surprise me? It's friggin' James Dolan. Come on, man. What are we just? Why can't James Dolan just be normal? Why can't you just be normal, James Dolan?
I mean,
just play your crappy music and get out of my way.
I mean, that sounds like punishment enough. Like, they take your biometrics and then send you emails to click the link to hear his new single.
You know? What are we doing out here, man? That's crazy. I tell you what, if you guys want to be part of the conversation, please do so. Why am I sitting here and talking about myself, man? 855-97-LA-FAN. Again, that's 855-97-LA-FAN. Or if you are in the YouTube chats, man, trust me, I will get to your comments. That's all coming up on the backside of this break. You're listening to The James Coe Show on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Welcome back, everybody. James Coe here with you. Appreciate everybody jumping in onto the YouTube side of things. Let's open up the chat here. Do I dare open up the chat? Yes, let's make it happen. David Horse, 800 says, Caitlin Clark making that money. I'll say what's up to David Horse, 800. I'll say what's up to Dong Kim, a fellow Korean in the chat. Let's go. Hell yeah. David Horse says, Garrett Anderson, RIP. That's for sure, 100%. Angels were the best team back in 2002, beating Barry Bonds and the San Francisco Giants. That's right, baby. That is right. By the way, I said I met a very nice DJ from K-Rock who was, I think, like the 750th person I've ever met in my life, okay? Because I don't know 1,000 people. I just don't. I don't. And it was Megan Holiday. Megan Holiday, very nice lady. Very nice lady. She was so nice. She wanted to make sure that I was doing okay. She went out of her way to say hello to me and try to learn my name. I was like, you know what? I like her. Megan Holiday's so nice. Good for you. So again, person number 750 that I know. Because I do not know 1,000 people.
You should give her like a plaque for that. Like, congratulations.
Congratulations. You are number 750.
James Coe, 700.
And 50th person that I know. Not my friend. Just that I know.
We have a little ceremony for it.
Yeah, totally, dude.
We can't have it in MSG because you're banned because of biometrics.
I've already been banned. I've already been banned by MSG, which is unfortunate, man. I don't know if you guys have seen this. College football is going to implement a 5-for-5 rule. So they're expanding eligibility, where if you started 4 games or 4 years, you can now play a 5th year. So under the new eligibility model, players entering their 4th year in college who haven't utilized a redshirt season will have the option to return for a 5th year. I mean, again, you can't have used a red shirt, okay? So you can't be like a 6th year dude. Although, dude, there are more and more 6th year dudes out there. It makes me wonder, we're just like losing all the rules in college football. Like, okay, you could pay players now, which is cool. Like, I'm happy for the players for that. It's just like you can transfer. Remember when you transferred, you had to sit out a year. Now you don't even
sit a year.
Yeah, you can't. Now you don't even have to sit a year, right? So you just transfer. Like that was Sorsby. Sorsby was going to go from poor Texas Tech. Like, he never even played for them. And now he's just identified as Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby. He's like, wait, dude, bro, like, the Texas Tech gotta be sitting back there. Like, what? Dog, we didn't do it. What? What do you mean?
Technically, that's Cincinnati's boy.
That's a Cincinnati quarterback. How do we get roped into this? How do we get roped in? That's Cincinnati's kid. That's not us. But all the headlines say Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby. Texas Tech PR's like, God dang it, come on. Come on. What's happening out here? No, but this is interesting, though. I mean, again, we're getting rid of all the rules. There's no rules in college now. You just pay some people. It's all good. If you want to go and transfer, go ahead. Transfer portal's hot. It's all good. And if you want to go play 5 years, go play 5 years now.
At 5 different schools.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? That's what's so funny about this whole thing, It's just like, I mean, and like, why stop here? Why stop here? Hey, just hey, as long as you're in school, as long as you're enrolled and eligible to go to school, you can play. Why not? You want to be 30 years old? Go ahead. Grad school, you're a grad school guy. You're 30, going up against a bunch of 17-year-olds. Who doesn't like that? That's funny. That's always a funny story. When the guy's like 28 playing in college football.
Grown man.
Legit grown man.
And not even like a Chris Winkie type of deal where they went to go play like amateur baseball in the minor leagues and then come and it's just like, nah, bro.
And then went on mission.
Yeah,
and then you come back and then
just a regular Christian at his 7th school.
You know? Why not? You're 28, sure. Go ahead.
Father of 2.
How are you paying for those kids? NIL. All right, cool. Hey, good for you, bro. Good for you. I mean, I'm just saying, like, why? I'm so confused by the 5-year rule. Because why? What was there a big clamoring for? Was there a big clamoring for this 5th year? I don't think there was. I don't remember anyone ever being like, you know what would fix college football, guys? You know what would really fix college football? Is if guys could play for 5 years. That conversation never happened, dude. Like, why did they even, of all the things that the NCAA could have fixed about college sports, they spent any kind of time and mental capital thinking about the 5-for-5 rule? And by the way, you can only play the 5th year if you've started every year. Or excuse me, you've played every year. So you can't be a red shirt getting that 5th year. Okay, like, who? Again, at this point, who cares, dude? Like, why did the NCAA spend even 5 seconds thinking about this? What an absolutely... This is a rule no one wanted. Except for that old quarterback who's like, yeah, man, I need to get that NIL. Let me get that 5th year NIL. Bro, it's not, okay, cool. For those like 17 people, I'm happy for y'all, you know? Get your NIL. You 5th year guys getting your NIL. I'm happy for y'all. Otherwise, who cares? Why can you just play 4 years and just move on? Do we have to be Van Wilder up in here? Do we? We really got to have Van Wilder playing ball. Like that's what we need. This is what we're working for right now. I'm going to fight for these rights, baby. I need to have my 6th year. No one's asking for this. The rule that no one asked for. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I really, truly, honestly do not get it. I don't. I mean, you got guys that are just too old playing, man.
I mean, it's going to be like 25-year-old dudes against like 18, 19-year-olds.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That transfer, let me get them 25-year-old transfers, dude.
I mean, Kurt Signetti is looking at birth certificates right now.
Yeah, he's doing the whole, the Birdman meme, you know?
Birdman hand rub. It's like, how many colleges you been to already, Playboy? All 3 of you.
Unbelievable. It just shocks me, dude. The stuff that the NCAA does, you know? And by the way, I don't know why I'm talking about this, but I know they're talking about expanding the NCAA basketball tournament to like 300 teams or something. First of all, wasn't that exactly the skit? Wasn't that a Key and Peele skit that they had expanded it so far that it was like the Hairdressers Academy of America?
Yeah.
Well, I think that was a Key and Peele skit, wasn't it? Or it must have been something. I know I saw that though. But the one thing about this, and again, like talk about like something no one asked for. No one asked for this. Literally no one asked for expansion. No one. The 65th team in the nation, which they already do, right? Like they already have the stupid plan that they just get rid of that. Jeez. You didn't make the tournament, dude. Sorry. We're moving on.
Yeah.
Okay? There's already 64 teams in here, bro. You're not good enough to be the 64th team. You're one game over 500 and you think you should be in the tournament? Get out of here, dude. Get out of here.
But I play in the SEC.
No one cares. Stop it. Get out.
I know I'm 6-11 in the SEC, but it's the SEC.
It's like so dumb. You're 13 and 11. You know, who cares if you're in the tournament or not?
But my dad's Bruce
No one cares. Okay, get out of here. Stop it. Stop it. Stop acting like it's an atrocity against man that some 12 and 11 team didn't get into the tournament. No one cares, dude. No one cares. No one asked for expansion. I'm so anti-expansion. By the way, I'm also anti expanding the college football playoffs. I am so against that. You have no idea. First of all, when you expand the tournament to whatever, I don't know. I legitimately don't know how many teams going to be because when I saw it, I was sick.
They would have moved it from 68 to 76.
Yeah, they're going to go to 76, and it's going to be like 128. Okay. But it's like, okay, so you got 76. You have rendered, good job, NCAA, you've rendered the regular season useless. Like, there is no point to the regular season at all. It just doesn't matter. Whereas before, regular season games mattered. And when you think about that, shoot, I want them, forget about expansion. There needs to be fewer teams. Give me 24 teams into the tournament. Give me that. I don't know who gets bye weeks. I don't know how that math works out. But give me 24 teams. You know why? Because dang, dude, that means that random Wednesday Syracuse versus whoever like matchup, then it matters. Because if you lose that game, that really hurts your chances to get into that final 24. Which is why I am saying, man, please don't expand the college football playoffs. Every Saturday when there wasn't a playoff at all, and it was just the stupid BCS system, right? Which also was dumb as hell too, but whatever. But even when it was back then, every single Saturday was life or death. If you lost, you were done. How crazy was that? The emotions in the crowd were insane. If you lost, you're done. Unless you're Alabama. So stupid.
I know Alabama's 9-3, but
they deserve a chance.
The 3 losses they have was by a total of 48 points, which means if you analytically speaking, they really 10-2.
It just baffles me, man. It just baffles me. It's like SEC football is the best football. Look at how many first-round picks we send up to the NFL draft. Look at how many first-round busts you guys have. The SEC has the most first-round busts. I hate to break it to you. When you look at the number of Pro Bowlers, when you go to look at the number of Pro Bowlers, again, this is pre-conglomeration of when it was the true Power 6 conferences, right? It was more the talent was more evenly distributed. Or the teams were more evenly distributed. What was it looking like? What did the Pro Bowl look like? I tell you what, it wasn't dominated by the SEC. So when you actually had to play against level competition, it wasn't the SEC guys winning every single Pro Bowl bid. I don't know what to tell you. SEC was vastly overrated. And then when you got rid of $100 handshakes, and when you got rid of fake car dealership jobs.
Now everybody got Dodge Chargers with the Hemi.
All of a sudden, SEC's not winning. All of a sudden, they're not winning. Weird. Weird how that happens. Weird how that happens. I don't know, man. Don't expand the field, though. I want it back to where every Saturday is life or death. I need it back to where every single game mattered, and it mattered like your college football life depended on it. Give me that. Because every Saturday was straight up theater. Right now, it's turning into window dressing. Kind of like college basketball. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. We step away. You're listening to the James Coe Show on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. What is cracking? Los Angeles. James Go here with you. Super producer Kane behind the glass. I feel like Kane, we should throw on the old school Kane like flame sounds for you. You know, the Kane Kane sounds, you know?
We can do that.
Yeah, we'll effort that, as the kids say. We'll effort that. Okay, so that's good. Man, we've been talking about so many different little aspects of sports today, man. We talk about sports and technology. Talking about college football's 5x5, 5-4-5 rule. How about the fact that big ups to UCLA, man. Big, huge ups to UCLA basketball. They went and got themselves a potential number 1 overall draft pick, and not only did they get him for 1 year, potentially 2 years now, because he can't enter the draft next season. They got this guy, man. It's a huge get for Mick Cronin and UCLA. They signed Nikola, I'm going to butcher his name, but Costa Rica, I think is his name. Nikola Costa Rica, a 6'9" Serbian guard. 6'9" guard from Serbia. Kentucky was in the mix. Michigan, who just won the national title, was in the mix. Gonzaga was in the mix. The fact that UCLA got this kid over Kentucky, over Michigan, over Gonzaga, that's a huge deal, guys. That is a huge deal. The more, as we are seeing in the NBA, more and more foreign-born players are having a huge impact on the game. If foreign-born players start to look at UCLA as one of these, funneling teams towards the NBA, that transforms this franchise. Transforms it. This is a 5-star prospect. College basketball analysts, I've seen absolutely I just want to be 100% clear. I've seen absolutely nothing in regards to Nikola Costa Rica. Nothing. But college basketball analysts believe that Nikola Costa Rica is a top 5 pick in the 2028 NBA draft. Potentially the number 1 overall pick. That's pretty good. And this kid's got the goods, man. This guy's resume is legit. Serbian national team. His club team was in Barcelona. Costa Rica signed with FC Barcelona's youth team in 2023 and became the youngest athlete to play in that Spanish club's program. This guy's legit, man. Just this past month, Costa Rica averaged a team-leading 24.6 points per game with nearly 7 rebounds and nearly 3 assists in 7 games for Serbia at the FIBA U17 World Cup. Ballin'. Again, this is at the FIBA Under-17 World Cup, right, playing for Serbia, where this guy's dropping 25 a night. Guess what? When he gets to college, going to be seeing a lot of these, 18, 19-year-old kids. This is, again, just a massive get. Massive get for UCLA. One person, this is per the LA Times report, one person clearly influential in UCLA's recruitment was a fellow by the name of Yogi Yanovic. Yogi Yanovic is UCLA's director of international recruiting and an assistant coach. Yogi, like Costa Rica, Yanovic is Serbian, and he's been a coach of the country's U20 national team and is on track to be an assistant coach for Serbia's Olympic team during the 2028 games in Los Angeles. Man, we're going to see a heavy dose of Costa Rica, man. I'm playing at UCLA. I'm playing for the Serbian national team. This is a huge... I cannot stress this enough. If you are a fan of UCLA basketball, this is a major coup for Mick Cronin and the guys. And again, what it means for the future, not just for this player, but again, if they could start funneling more of these, high-level European players to come to UCLA, that's big, man. That is big. That's huge.
I mean, Mick Cronin, wipe that sweat off you, that bead of sweat off of your forehead, big dog, because
I
it's like
think
a little sketch for him.
Yeah, it's getting a little hot under the collar for Mick, and honestly, I don't think Mick has handled it well. And at this point, I think UCLA fans would be more than happy. I think they're going to give Mick a chance, obviously, but I think they will be more than happy if the school and Mick Cronin part ways. I think that's the temperature, at least that I feel, from UCLA fans. And maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Look, UCLA fans are eternally optimistic and also eternally, fatalistically negative as well, you know? It's like UCLA fans are like, they want to be optimistic. They're like, okay, this is our year. We could do it. It's UCLA basketball. We can do it. We got this. We got this. But the moment something goes wrong, they're like, oh, well, there you go. UCLA. I mean, it's true. Hey, if you're a Bruin fan, call me up right now. Tell me that's not true. It's true.
I mean, look, I went to UCLA Extension.
Okay.
So they called me a Bruin, I guess, certificate program, music
Yeah.
business,
Oh, yeah.
see,
No.
that,
Get that
right?
A-clap going, baby. Yeah, hell yeah.
And I just think that with the women's team winning the national championship, shouts to Coach Corey.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That we could get some
That
of
was
that good karma.
Yeah.
And Costa Rica.
Uh-huh.
I like Costa Rica just for shirt purposes.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
Exactly.
this seems like the start of something.
That's what I'm saying.
It's excited. I mean, they
That's
paying like
what I'm saying.
the 12 mil is,
Yeah, that's a hefty check
Ooh,
right there.
that's
That's a hefty check. That's a hefty check.
but it's Westwood. You can afford it.
Yeah, and like I said, if it ends up being something that ends up leading to being a pipeline, I mean that 12 mil is more than worth it.
Pay for itself.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So no, more than worth it in that regard. Oh my God, I like think about like how would this transaction have gone down pre-NIL? You know? It's like what kind of $100 handshake is gonna be happening here, brother?
The lead assistant would be at the FIBA U17,
Yeah, you
just
know what I
watching
mean?
it,
You know what I mean?
sending
Like,
back notes.
Come on, voice
Yep.
notes. Sending back them voice notes, bro.
After they send to Rich Paul first, they'll accidentally send to Rich Paul voice
Oh
notes
my
about
God.
Nikola Kusteric. Oh, sorry, wrong person.
Hey, can you imagine though? I mean, like imagine again in the pre-NIL days, man. Like you're overseas and you're like, okay, we got this 6'9" guard from Serbia. He's got a handle. He can shoot. He can get inside. He's 6'9", coach. Coach, he's 6'9". He plays guard and he can score with the best of them. Come on. How does that deal go down? How shady would those deals have been pre-NIL? Like, I'm sure there's like some like sketchball Nike rep getting involved. I'm sure there's like some sketchball, Kentucky booster.
Yeah, just don't let Bruce Pearl find any of that information out. Bruce Pearl be telling.
He will.
I'm telling you.
Hey, listen.
But you think about like Andrew Gaze with Seton Hall back in the day, or like who else was like a random?
Oh, Lamar Odom.
Oh, when Lamar Odom ended up at
What was it?
Rhode Island?
Rhode Island?
Yeah, he was at Rhode Island, right?
Come on, dude.
Man, that's some trivia right there that
Yeah.
can win you some free wings.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Lamar Odom going to Rhode Island. Some 6'9" freak athlete, like has a handle, can play inside, can hit the long range, can hit the collegiate three. Like what do you?
And he's gonna play for the A-10's like sixth best
Yeah.
team.
I'm gonna go play for Rhode Island, dude.
The Atlantic Teens, like not Temple,
Oh my God.
right? Because Temple
Yeah.
was an A-10.
No, yeah.
So not
Oh,
Temple,
for sure.
not for Coach Chaney.
Shout out, yeah, I was gonna say shout out John Chaney, dude.
But Rhode Island.
Yeah, Rhode Island. It's
All
like,
right.
yeah. I wonder how he ended up there. Yeah, I'm sure he just picked it for just straight up, academics.
He grew up a huge Rams fan. Rhode Island Rams.
I'm glad you said Rams. I literally had no idea. I'm like, what the hell is Rhode Island's? I have no clue.
Rams. I just know because VCU's Rams. So
Okay.
it's my undergrad.
There you go.
Go Rams, go.
Shout out VCU, baby. There you go. No, I mean, like I said, what would he have gone for, dude? That would have been funny, man. Like, what kind of like crazy deals? What kind of crazy shady backroom deals would have had to been worked out to go get a 6'9" shooting guard from Serbia to go play on your collegiate team, dude? That's crazy. That is crazy. But no, big ups to UCLA. This is again, I can't stress this enough. This could legitimately be one of these like franchise altering, program altering pickups, because if it works out well and if they retain, I mean, they have to spend a lot of money to retain Yogi Yanovic. They have to. This has now become like priority number one. Yogi Yanovic got you this 6'9" Serbian kid. Listen, priority number one, get this guy an extension if you're UCLA. Figure this thing out. Whatever he wants, you got to pay that. It's a little harder because of public school. I get it. But the boosters got to get involved somehow, man. I don't know. Maybe maybe he gets an aspiration job, bro. I think Yogi Yanovic, maybe he ends up getting one of them, Yeah. Maybe he's going to be planting some trees. I don't know. Figure something out. UCLA's got to keep Yogi Yanovic, man. Got to happen. Man, we're having a lot of fun, but we got to step away for just a little bit. You're listening to the James Coe Show on 97.1 The Fan, the new voice for LA Sports. What is cracking, Los Angeles? It is the James Coe Show. It is the 9 o'clock hour, which means it is the final hour of the show. Man, we've been having fun all night long. Dodgers with a night off. Angels fall to the Rangers 7-6. France with a dominant win over Morocco, despite the fact that apparently there were Argentinian refs in here.
They were scoping the scene. They were preparing just in case.
There was a lot of hand-wringing over there. They're like, oh, man, these Argentinian refs are going to screw over France so they advance Morocco. That ended up not being the case.
They said, no, we want to do it when it's Mbappe against Messi.
Oh, man.
That's so Mbappe knows it was us.
Let them know it was us. That's correct, man. That is correct. I don't know if you guys follow boxing at all. I'm a huge boxing fan. Huge boxing fan. And it saddens me, honestly, that boxing is just not found on regular TV now. You have to have, essentially, a paid subscription to DAZN. And DAZN just picked up PBC boxing, which was previously primarily, I think, on like Fox, and I think they had a deal with Amazon Prime too. But now they move over to DAZN, and DAZN now has pretty much like all of the boxing. They've got Matchroom, Queensberry, Golden Boy Promotions, and Top Rank Promotions to go along with PBC Promotions. Look, the reason this is important is because the idea that the number one problem in boxing is that, well, actually, this is the second biggest problem. The second biggest problem in boxing is that these fighters won't fight each other because they're on different promotions and they're on different, streaming platforms. Like, actually, to be honest with you, like that was a big part actually of why the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight originally was really difficult to make, right? Like, Pacquiao was on Top Rank and Mayweather had Mayweather Promotions, and I believe, he had he had a deal with Showtime. Pacquiao had a deal with HBO. Okay, well, how do you parse that out? And it got messy and it was difficult. When you have all of these promotions all under one roof, making these fights gets a lot easier. But it brings me back to my number one point, which is you can't find it on TV, man. I have been boxing for I want to say 12 years maybe. And I actually used to coach kids and teach classes, and I was really heavy into the scene, man. I loved it, right? And the thing about it though is I noticed as I was teaching, I was teaching for the past 2 years. I had to give it up. Sadly, I had to give it up. And you have to make, this is the thing that people don't tell you about chasing your dreams, man. Sometimes you got to make sacrifices. Sometimes you got to make sacrifices to chase your dreams. This is one of my dreams. To be able to talk on the mic and talk to my hometown of Los Angeles on the radio 4 hours a night, every single night, Monday through Friday. That was one of my dreams. And it has been incredible. But to chase down some of your dreams, you do have to sacrifice sometimes. I'm sacrificing dinner time with my kids. I am sacrificing a passion that I love in boxing. I had to quit my gym. Everyone at the gym was sad. They're like, yo, bro, no, don't do it, bro. But I noticed, though, again, I've been teaching prior to this job, I was teaching for 2 years. And what I noticed is that the attendance in my class slowly but surely started to dwindle. And I really, truly, honestly feel like the interest in boxing is at its all-time lowest, not because the fights are not good, because let me tell you something, the fights are friggin' immaculate, man. The fights are so good, but you can't watch them. There's just nowhere to watch the fights. And there is an appetite for it. I mean, again, I know they're freak shows, but the Jake Paul fights are huge moneymakers on Netflix. But everyone's got Netflix. Who the hell has DAZN? Bro, I don't have DAZN. I love boxing. But you're crazy. It's insanely expensive. I barely have time to watch the Dodgers. You think I'm going to sit there and watch a bunch of like random B card fighters? No, I'm not going to do that and pay you what $30 a month. What are you, insane? It's not going to happen. That's great. DAZN is more expensive than Netflix, dude. How do you justify that price? And then on top of that, I'm going in on DAZN for no reason. But I'm just saying, like, on top of that, you're going to charge me for pay-per-views too. Listen, I will gladly pay that rate if I don't have to pay for pay-per-views. But if you're saying I have to pay that rate and I have to pay for pay-per-view, that doesn't make any sense. I'll just buy the pay-per-views, dude. I'm good. I'll just buy the fights that I want to watch, man. Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm not going to pay you. There's no way your content is more valuable than Disney Plus. What? Bro, you know how much I like anime, dude? Like, I'm going to be watching Disney Plus and Netflix, dude.
Unless we get like X-Men 97 PBC edition.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, if Wolverine starts fighting on PBC, dog, I will buy, okay? But how are you going to charge me more than Netflix? And I just don't get it. Anyways, it's a huge deal. Happy for DAZN, happy for boxing fans, because you will get more fights now that PBC is on the roster, man. PBC, Queensberry Promotion, that's the one that promotes Tyson Fury. Golden Boy, which has a bunch of fighters on it. Top Rank, which has a bunch of fighters on it. Matchroom, it's good, man. This is a really, really important conglomeration of talent here for DAZN. Meanwhile, at the very same time, Zuffa Boxing, which is Dana White's deal, Dana White is like trying to, like, you know, come up in the boxing world now. And he made a huge deal today. He signed a 4-division world champion in Shakur Stevenson to a multi-fight deal. Why any of these fighters are signing with Dana White and Zuffa, a company that is notorious for not paying their I'm not 100% sure why we're doing that. Listen, if Zuffa takes over boxing, what do you think's going to happen to fighter pay, man? You think these guys are still going to be making 30, 40, 50 million a fight? No, hell no. Hell no. They'll be lucky to make 30 grand a fight. What are you talking about? That's what's happening in the UFC. The UFC signed a $7 billion TV rights deal. Fighter pay did not go up. Or if it did go up, it went up marginally. Marginally. The income revenue split is estimated to be somewhere between 80-20 in favor of the UFC and maybe even 90-10. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
I mean, remember, TKO Group is who owns Zuffa alongside UFC and WWE.
Yeah.
And if you follow a lot of wrestlers who are leaving because of the pay,
because of the money,
drastically cut.
Oh, well, there you go.
And they've been asked to take pay cuts.
Well, there you go.
And we know UFC fighters have historically been underpaid as well.
Correct.
So you put all that together.
And like, why are you signing with this unit? I mean, if you're Shakur Stevenson, I just don't get it. I mean, I'm assuming he got the bag, right? Like, I'm assuming, because he's like a world champion. He's somewhat marketable, not the most marketable fighter in the world, but he's a really good fighter. I mean, he's arguably one of the best in his weight class, but it's hard to market him because he doesn't get a lot of TKO, or he doesn't get a lot of knockouts. He doesn't have a ton of power, and yeah, man, I don't know. It's tough. Great fighter, though. Incredible fighter. Marketable? Debatable. But he's a great fighter, though. But again, I'm shocked and surprised that he would sign with Zuffa. I'm assuming Zuffa really gave him the bag. That's what I'm assuming. I don't know. Interesting news in the world of boxing today. Couple of big boxing pieces there, with Zuffa adding Shakur Stevenson and DAZN adding PBC. All right, I promise you I won't talk too much boxing, but I mean, shoot, it is one of my passions. And yeah, to see these two really big deals happening at the exact same time, I thought that was really, really interesting. Okay, we move on. Man, I had talked at the beginning of this show, talking about LeBron, and I'm just I'm so frustrated with this whole Rich Paul thing, man. The more content I get from Rich Paul, the less I like him. And as a result, but see, like, I'm the guy that is able to separate Rich Paul from LeBron, right? Most everyone, because they already come in wanting to hate LeBron, are hating him through a proxy now in Rich Paul. I'm able to separate them, you know? But Shams has this new report, right? That Rich Paul is asking teams that are interested in the services of LeBron James to send him voice notes that he can then forward to LeBron. Brother, what are we... What are you talking about, dude? You're going to get a bunch of boomer execs to send you a damn voice note. Again, I don't know how to send a voice note myself. And I am not a boomer. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty good with technology, man. I know it. I probably come off as not being that good with tech, but dude, I'm telling you, I'm pretty good with tech. I'm pretty good with tech. I've never sent a homie a voice note. Not in my life. I don't know how to do that, man. Let alone, if somebody sent me a voice note, how the hell am I supposed to forward that? Dude, I have no clue. I don't have a damn clue how to do that. Rich Paul out here treating this like it's like, I don't know. It's like a gaming lobby or something, bro. Like, do we need to get on the headsets or something? We got to pick up the sticks? Rich Paul wants you to pick up the sticks. That's what he wants you to do. You got to get on the sticks, get on the headphones, and talk to him that way. I love that he's treating this like a teenager. Grow up. Can we just do this like adults? I mean, shoot. Look, even if it was like a Zoom call, I'd be like, wow, that's pretty lame. But at least we're actually in the realm of business now. We're at least in the realm of reality. Asking these boomer like high level NBA execs to send you a damn voice note. We're so far beyond professional now. It's a joke. It's a joke. I mean, they might as well just find a carrier pigeon, dude. Just wrap that up on a piece of cloth, scribble it with your quill, scribble a note on there, and then send it. It's just so ridiculous. What do you want me to do? Send you in pager code? Is that what you want? Rich Paul?
You should page him 80085.
The best pager code of all time. 80085, dude. You want that in pager code, Rich? What are we doing out here? Be an adult, set up a meeting, have these guys sit down at a table and talk like businessmen. We're talking about a multi-million-dollar deal. One that could be franchise altering. You want him to send a voice note that they could forward on to LeBron. Also, you're like these teams, you're telling me that there's no way to contact LeBron straight away? And I'm not saying like, oh, cut out Rich Paul, but like, as a matter of fact, like if we're going to do this, can we like set up a group chat? Let me do that. I'm gonna set up a group chat between LeBron and Rich Paul. I'm gonna just text you straight away. But I tell you what, I'm not gonna send you a damn voice note, dude. Because I'm an adult.
How long do the voice notes have to be?
That's what I mean.
Is there like a minimum and a maximum
What is
amount?
Is it though? Like somebody who's younger than me must know what what is the longest voice note that you can send, dude? I bet somebody out there has had some crazy ex-girlfriend send them like some 5-minute voice note. This is like the maximum capacity. Somebody must know.
And are they sending it to like Rich Paul's phone number or like his WhatsApp? I mean, how much storage? What type of iPhone does Rich Paul have?
I'm sure he must have the latest iPhone with the most memory or whatever.
Because he's
LeBron's agent, dude.
Remember he said 10 to 12 teams are interested.
Look,
So that's a whole lot of like megabytes.
it's
or
half the league.
gigabytes.
That's and look, I'm sure. Look, the entirety of the NBA, other than Lakers, are interested in LeBron. Let's be real. For that price, for the MLE or potentially a vet min. Oh, listen, every single team other than the Lakers, for some odd reason, are not interested at that price. I don't know. Man, I know Laker fans are so happy that he's gone. Like, and don't get me wrong, there's definitely a contingent of Laker fans that are like, man, we fumbled that, right? Even if you're not the biggest LeBron fan, you have to objectively say this was somewhat fumbled. Maybe not like epically fumbled, but it was somewhat fumbled. Because if you're telling me that 29 other teams want to sign LeBron and you have that asset, you fumbled it if you just let him walk out the door. Obviously, you could make a deal. Obviously. Whether that's getting a first-round pick back, whether it's getting a pick swap, something. The Lakers fumbled this. I truly, honestly believe this. And the haters, the LeBron haters out there don't want to hear it. They literally have their fingers in their ear going, la, 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 la. No. Listen, LeBron is a highly coveted basketball player. Highly coveted. When you have a player like that and you don't want him on your team, you don't just let him walk. You don't just let him walk. Rob Pelinka and the squad and that front office needed to have reached out to LeBron a lot earlier. And if you got to do the whole song and dance, you got to do the song and dance, man. And I know that must have bothered the hell out of Rob. I get it. But you got to do that. If your job is to improve the Lakers, you got to do what you got to do to improve the Lakers. You can't let that asset go out the door, man. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. What I'm not saying is you had to resign him. Look, that ship sailed. Y'all want to move on to the Luka era, and you don't want it to be the Luka LeBron era. I totally get that. That part I totally understand. But he's such a tradable asset. Even if you signed him to something like a $20 million deal, which is, again, for a player of his caliber and his marketability, that is under market. LeBron takes it because, again, he gets to realistically pick and then probably try to loop in Bronny into the deal too. And any team now can, send you a first-round pick. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I feel like that one was personal. And you can't get personal when we're talking about business. And building a team is business. Yo, I'm spending all this time making fun of Rich Paul. Why? Because it's business. And he's treating it like it's not business. He's treating it like, hey, you're some kind of I don't even know what. Like I said, it's almost like he's a teenager and being like, yeah, man, hit me on the headsets. Let's play Fortnite right quick, and then we can work something out. That's what this sounds like. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's a multi-million-dollar deal with a franchise-altering player. You want these executives to send you voice notes. Bro, let's be real. Be an adult. Set up a meeting. And maybe it's a thing where LeBron doesn't want to sit down with a bunch of teams. Maybe he doesn't want to sit through 20 meetings. I get that. Then as his agent and as his friend, do what's right by LeBron. He's getting dragged in all this. Like I said, everyone's like, oh man, LeBron's got a PR machine. His machine is broken. That machine is straight up busted. People hate LeBron. The whole point of PR is that so you make people like you. People hate LeBron. What PR machine? Truly, honestly, what PR machine?
It's the ice cream machine that's always broken.
At the Mickey D's. You know? It's the one that hasn't been serviced in 17 years. Where like the people in the know, they're like, no, dog. Don't get that ice cream, dude. It's not like that. It's not like that. I'm just saying, man, like, Rich Paul, if you're truly LeBron's friend, do right by your client and your friend. Sit him down and say, dog, we have to figure this out. Let's just do it. You're getting dragged online. Your reputation is getting hurt. I don't want to see that for you because I'm your friend and your agent. And we got to figure this out. I know you don't want to. Sorry, bro, but you have to. It's good for you. I know you don't want to, but it's good for you. If he's really a friend and agent and not just power tripping out here, that's what he would do. He would sit down with LeBron and say, man, let's just figure this thing out, man. Let's narrow this thing down to 4 teams. Let's get those 4 teams in the building and they can make their pitch and then we can kind of figure it out. And we'll talk to their GMs and, you know, we can talk about like, hey, we want this player. Can you make this happen? Hey, we want this player. Can you make it happen? And then if they do it, then we go. And if they don't, then we don't. And if none of these guys make these moves, then we make this move. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't need a whiteboard for that, dog. You don't need a damn whiteboard for I just laid it out. Just put it on Google Sheets. Just put it on Google Sheets. I don't know. But be a professional. Be a damn professional. This is so unprofessional. It's like, it just drives me crazy. Probably drives me crazy because I feel insecure because I don't know how to send a voice note. That's probably that's really the center of my rage. How dare you, Rich Paul, make me feel inconsequential and like a boomer? How dare you make me feel this way? Because I don't know how to send a voice note. How dare you? All right, man, we step away. We'll be right back. You're listening to the James Coe Show on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Yo, 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 what is cracking, everybody? It's your boy, James Coe, t-shirt of the day today. It is the Ultimate Warrior. We were talking off air, Kane and I, best guns in NBA history. Corey Maggette. Had to have been. His biceps were like legendary. Legendary. I almost wish he played with streamers like wrapped around his biceps, like the Ultimate Warrior, man. That would have been fun. You know?
Ultimate Warrior. Just, man.
Yeah.
Just shaking the ropes.
Shaking the ropes. Yeah.
And his promos. The Galaxy. And the Warriors Nation.
I mean, he would just say the most ridiculous things. The Warriors.
He did that thing.
From another galaxy. Jake the Snake Roberts, you want to come around? You will feel the wrath from another galaxy coming down on you.
I mean,
with the full force of 3 black holes.
The One Warrior Nation. Let me tell you something, brother. It was pure.
Oh man,
It was pure.
I just want to know, man, like what is going on in the Warrior's head when he's making these promos, dude? There's no way he planned that. He's ad-libbing the whole thing, dude.
I'm sure every time
Had to have.
it was like time to film, it was like, all right, Jim, in 3, 2, and then you heard 1. And then he started the promo.
I mean, it's incredible. Ultimate Warrior, man. When he took on Hulk Hogan, the world stopped. Don't tell me it didn't. It was awesome. It was great.
What a time.
Yeah, it was great times. I remember where I was when I watched Papa Shango. Papa Shango take out the Warrior, man. He gave him that curse, dude.
He like set his face on fire or something, right? And then he came back with the Warrior mask.
I don't know. I don't remember the face on fire part. I remember Warrior like puking up green fluid or something.
Yeah, that's it.
And people were like, and kids were like literally crying. Watching this unfold, like, oh my God, what's happened?
Papa Shango.
What's happened? Papa Shango, what have you done?
Oh man, I guess he got tired of all that voodoo and decided to run brothels.
Is that what he did?
Remember?
Oh, okay, I got you now. You lost me for a sec, but I got back on track. Okay, that's right.
Because he became the Godfather.
That's right. I forgot about that. Papa Shango turned into the Godfather. Okay.
It was magic within itself. He went poof. By the way, side note, Papa Shango like blew up the Sid Justice Hulk Hogan main event.
Did he?
Because he missed his mark. I think it was WrestleMania 6 or 7.
Okay.
Shaq, correct me, but it was Flair against Macho Man, which wasn't even the main event for world title.
How is that not the main event? You know?
They built it as like a triple main event or something, but it was like in the middle as like a mid card. But then Hogan and Justice, Papa Shango missed his mark.
Okay.
And Sid Justice had to kick out of the leg drop.
Oh my God.
Which is just like peak wrestling lore. But even better, Bret Hart versus Roddy Piper for the IC titles on that same card.
Oh,
so
great.
Watch that Mania for that. I think that's Mania 7.
Okay. I like it.
And Warrior comes back at the end to make the save.
Ooh.
So that's what it leads to.
Okay. All right. How do we feel, wrestling fans, how do we feel about Roddy Piper? Because he was not a good wrestler. He was not. I don't care what anyone tells me. He was a great performer, great on the mic. He was not a good wrestler, man. Like, and I know Hogan was not a great wrestler either. But his aura in the ring was just different, though, you know? Like, he just had a different aura. Like, Piper, I don't know, to me, just didn't have that. And he was just such a, like, I don't know. And you know what? To be fair, I'm like thinking of like, 90s Piper. Maybe he was like amazing in the 80s.
Like late 80s, early 90s Piper's pretty good. Like AWA Piper.
Like he could move though?
Yeah.
All right, I don't know. Maybe I got to try to go find some old Piper film.
I mean, the match. I mean, WrestleMania 8 hit, which I've been thinking of. WrestleMania 8.
When
Piper,
he took on Piper and Flair.
Piper and Brett.
Oh, okay.
For the IC title.
For the IC, he was moving okay.
Yeah.
Are you sure, or was that Brett carrying him?
I mean, it could have been that, but I think it was just two Canadians having a great technical, physical, crowd-engaging match.
Because Brett was amazing at carrying guys.
I mean, he was the excellence of execution.
Yeah, he really was. He was so good, man. Oh, man. Ipe from prison says, Piper's Pit. Piper's Pit, baby. Yeah, man. He goes on to say, yeah, not a great wrestler. He was just great in character. Played a great villain. Yeah, I think that's true. I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering. That was a long time ago, man. Macho Man versus Flair, though. Come on.
Yes, at that WrestleMania 8.
I almost wish that wasn't on WWE, or WWF at the time. I wish that was like an old NWA match where they got to wrestle.
It was wrestling.
You got to do some wrestling.
It gives that. There's a lot of like wrestling shenanigans in the match, and Miss Elizabeth's involved because Flair was trying to make a pass. It was this
Macho was such an underrated in-ring technician.
Man.
Because everyone thinks of the big elbow, which by the way, amazing move. The way he could move that big of a body that far through the air was incredible. Incredible. But just all the other stuff that he did in the ring too, I thought he was a very underrated in-ring technician. Man, we're going back here. I don't know why we're talking about wrestling. It's
Ultimate Warrior shirt set it off.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Set it off, man.
T-shirt of the day. T-shirt of the day.
Are you also hinting something about LeBron? Remember, because LeBron was the Ultimate Warrior when he came back down from 3-1.
He was. That was him, just shaking them ropes, dude. He was shaking them ropes for sure. Speaking of LeBron, man, I am fascinated by this Poke Fresh. Poke Fresh in Canton, Ohio. ESPN Cleveland. Sparking some flames out here, man. Reposting Poke Fresh in Canton, Ohio. If you missed this story, the guy who owns Poke Fresh used to own another store in Canton, Ohio called Caroline's Cupcakes. And when he was the business owner there, he was the guy that actually legit broke the LeBron news of LeBron coming back to Cleveland from Miami. He was ahead of all the insiders. He had posted on his business's Facebook that texted my friend who's in tight with LeBron's camp, and he let me know that LeBron's coming back to Cleveland. Now he's back at it again. But now it's even crazier. This guy from Poke Fresh says that LeBron is coming back to Cleveland, but he's bringing Draymond with him. Draymond and Bronny are going to Cleveland. I don't know. I'm not saying it's impossible. I think that, what's funny? I think the Bronny part of it is actually impossible. Unless Cleveland's like, you know what, bro, we'll just give you a second round pick, dude. Just give us the contract. I could see maybe that. I know Bill Reiter's like, you got to make them overpay. You got to do like a first round pick swap or like a first round pick or something crazy, dude,
I mean, everyone knows that the Lakers are trying to dump him.
Yeah.
Even though they just gave him
they just gave him
the guaranteed deal because LeBron is the dad of the year.
Okay, although I did see a conspiracy theory that they signed him so that when they do their whole G League stuff, like they'll just stick him on the G League and he will be a draw there, and that whatever the draw of watching Bronny in the G League will make up for his salary, which I can see that. But if it's like a salary cap game, then it's different, right? Like, I mean, you can recoup the actual money, but whenever we talk about money, in basketball or just sports terms, we're not really talking about the money, right? We're talking about cap. We're talking about the salary cap. So that's different. But I am so interested to see if this actually ends up playing out. If the Poke Fresh guy ends up being 2 for 2 on crazy LeBron rumors, dude. Can you imagine Draymond going to Cleveland though? What?
They both Midwest boys.
That's true, actually. The Michigan State connection right there. But no, but the other thing I would say too is yeah, Evan Mobley, man. Like, it's funny, both teams would make that deal. Both teams would make that deal. I think if Golden State got a 25-year-old Evan Mobley back, and they're like, yeah, dude, you can take the podcaster, bro. Go ahead. You want this aging podcaster who is literally can't, like, he will not be able to play at a high level next year. This is it. This is his last year. This is his last year playing at any kind of, like, decent level.
Hey, we have an Odyssey sister station in Cleveland, 92.3 The Fan.
There you go.
Draymond can use those studios for his podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. He'll podcast it up. But again, the salaries would match. The salaries would work out. Figure something out there. Like, you trade away. You trade away Draymond. You're gonna get you're gonna get Evan Mobley back. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not a bad thought either. And how about this? How about if they turn this into like some kind of 3-team deal where LeBron does re-sign with LA, LA gets some kind of draft capital pick back, and the salary between Draymond and LeBron match Evan Mobley, and Mobley goes to Golden State, and the Lakers get a first-round pick. Did I crack it? Did I crack the code? I might have cracked the code here, guys. All right, I'm going to go on record. This is my thought. LeBron's going to re-sign with LA, 3-team deal. I have no idea if this works on the salary cap, but ignore that. This is for Instagram. This is for social media. Okay, LeBron is going to. Let's start over. LeBron is going to re-sign with LA in a sign and trade. They're going to package that with Draymond. Both players are going to go to Cleveland with Bronny James. Okay, this is the Bronny James loop in. So Bronny James and Draymond go to Cleveland. Cleveland gives Golden State Evan Mobley, and they give the Lakers a first-round pick. I think that works. I have no idea. I have no idea if that works. So somebody who's smarter at the salary cap, please let me know if I'm wrong. Anyways, we got to step away. We will be right back. You're listening to the James Coe Show on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Man, oh man, where did the night go? How are we down to our last 10 minutes? This was quick.
Funny how time flies when you're having fun.
That is amazing, man. We're having a good old time here on the James Coe Show. We got super producer Kane behind the glass helping me out tonight. Obviously, one of the big NBA storylines tonight is the fact that Kawhi, that trade to Toronto, has been delayed, and as a matter of fact, could be in jeopardy. Toronto, the league says, would assume the penalties if Kawhi is traded. Why? I have no idea why. That doesn't make any sense. But the fact that the league is threatening that has put the deal on hold. So what does that mean? This is a direct attack on the Clippers by Adam Silver and the league. They are essentially stopping them from doing business. Period. They're letting other teams know that if you do business in regards to Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers, we will come down on you. And listen, this is the unofficial kind of like shadow banning of the Clippers right now. It's, again, an undercover, kind of like low-key, under the radar penalty and punishment to the Clippers. They're not allowing... Look, they're saying, hey, yeah, if you want to go ahead and do it, but you're going to face some consequences. To Toronto. That's what they're telling Toronto. And Toronto's like, what? What? We're just trading for a player. Adam Silver's like, yeah, I don't care, dude. You want to trade for Kawhi? Be ready to deal with the wrath of the league. Look, this investigation started 10 months ago, and there's a 0% chance they're getting new data. 0%. The actors involved in this scandal, they've already been prosecuted by the federal government. They're not getting new data. Who are they going to interview to get new data that they already do not have in court documents? Look, if they're trying to say that the investigation is ongoing, that's BS. I mean, shoot, even Adam Silver said, okay, the investigation should be wrapping up. It's been going on too long. But again, look, if you don't think that the league is trying to shadow ban the Clippers right now, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, there's no reason Toronto should be punished for making a trade for Kawhi. You know? They're taking on the risk of Kawhi potentially getting suspended. I've said that from the get-go. And to make that deal before finding out how much Kawhi is going to be suspended seems like bad business. I think that's a stupid move by Toronto to do that. That being said, the conspiracy theory that the outgoing team owner of Toronto will have a heavy-handed say in what that punishment might be, well then, now that makes sense. Right? That makes a lot of sense. Why would Kawhi all of a sudden want to be like, you know what, send me to Toronto? I wanted out of here so bad that we won an NBA title, and I was like, nah, dog. I don't even want my bird rights. That's how little I want to be in Canada. That's how much I need to be back in LA. I'm going to forego my bird rights. I'm going to cost myself, I don't know how many tens of millions of dollars. Get me the hell out of Canada. But now you're saying, all of a sudden, Kawhi wants to go back to Canada. Really? Why is that? Oh, maybe it's because if I go to Toronto, the guy who is in charge over there will lighten my penalty. Yeah, maybe. It seems to add up. I don't know if it's true, but certainly seems to line up. Like, why all of a sudden does Kawhi all of a sudden want to go back to Canada? Just don't make any sense. Because Larry Tannenbaum is going to have some kind of say in my punishment. That's why. The league was like, yo, timeout, hold up, 20-second timeout. I know what y'all trying to do. Larry Tannenbaum, I know what you're trying to do. Don't you start getting shady on us now. You do this, then I'm going to do this. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? The trade is in jeopardy. It really is, folks. The trade is in absolute... If the commission comes down and they say Kawhi suspended for the year, huge fine to the Clippers. You lose 2-3 draft picks. I don't think it'll be that severe, but let's just say they say that, you know? They're like, all right, you lose 2 first-round draft picks, a huge fine, Kawhi suspended for the whole year. Toronto's still making that move? Nah, they're not making that move. They're not making that move. Doesn't make any sense. If it's a 30-game penalty, they still might make that move. Even that is a pretty harsh sentence, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I could see the league being like, you know what, man? Kawhi and Uncle Dennis, these guys are the ones that like were really pushing this thing, and they kind of sort of forced the Clippers' hand. So, you know what? They should bear the brunt of these punishments. That I can actually see. But for them to come out and say, hey, Toronto, if y'all make this move, league's coming down on you. Just FYI. That to me tells me that the Clipper organization is going to get slapped pretty hard. Yeah, man. This is a straight up, pretty overt shadow ban. Might not even be shadow. It's just straight ban, you know? That's what it feels like. I mean, you're telling another team that if you trade for this team, then you're going to have to bear. You're going to have to take on the weight of. You're not only trading for the player, you're trading for the penalty. What? That makes no sense at all. But that's what the league says. It's really interesting, man. This trade could absolutely be in jeopardy. Huge blockbuster trade. Brandon Ingram to the Clippers. Kawhi back to Toronto. I would not be surprised. I'd be 0% surprised if that ends up not going down. Man, what is going on? The NBA, it never stops, dude. The NBA never stops.
Love Island could never create this drama.
Oh, man. I know it's the end of the show, but I just got around to watching some of these Dabonsa highlights. What? Come on, dude. This guy went into the lane and yacked all over 4 defenders, bro? You telling me this guy's a rookie?
The bankster.
Yo. Oh, man. Awesome debut. Awesome debut for A.J. Dabonsa, man. Number 1 pick for the Washington Wizards. This is a future superstar. He looks so good, man. He looks so good. All right, Kane, what did we learn tonight? What did we learn? We learn anything cool?
We learned that you are possibly banned from Madison Square Garden.
Oh, I'm definitely not possibly. I'm out.
Due to biometrics. And
Yeah, biometrics and facial recognition. I might have the LAPD at my house by the time I get home, dude. That might happen.
They were watching the stream and watching you talking about it. James Dolan screenshotted you and put you on the list.
Yep, I'm on the list, dude.
Your face is next to Charles Oakley.
Chuck.
Do not pass go.
Me and Chuck Oakley, dude. I'd love to watch a game next to Chuck Oakley. Are you kidding me? That'd be so much fun, dude. I don't know what I learned today. I learned that Rich Paul is hurting LeBron. That's what I learned. And something needs to happen. Either Rich Paul needs to sit down with LeBron or LeBron needs to sit down with Rich Paul. But those two guys need to get together, man. I don't know. We need to figure this out. Man, we had a great time with today's show. I really enjoyed talking with you guys, especially on the YouTube side, man. But we got to go. But remember, it is never too late to chase your dreams. Peace.